पाकिस्तान में पहली बार पबजी मोबाइल का जुनून पहुंचा है कॉलेज कैंपस पर। अपना स्क्वाड जमा करें और अपनी कैंपस की नुमाइंदगी करें। लड़िए अपने विकार के लिए। दाव पर हैं $30,000।
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Pakistan region, sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. Woke up your fun. My name is PMCC, and alongside me, it's Ocean Sharma. So, how are you, Ocean Sharma?
You know, you can look at the camera, right, instead of me. But well, I'm doing really fine. And after yesterday's matches were done, I was looking forward to what today is going to hold up for the teams that are just going to be joining up today, because it just comes down to one thing, and that is every group, every team still right now is trying to get out their best gameplays. And yesterday we saw some amazing feat of gameplays.
Yeah, totally agree with the point, because yesterday Group A, they completed their five matches. Now Group B, they are gonna play today their 5 respective matches, but we have the prize pool in front of us for this particular season. For the first place, if you finish at the first place, you'll get $10,000, and the second place you get $5,000, third place you get $3,200, and especially if you became the MVP of the tournament, you'll get $500 too.
Exactly, with everything coming out of the equation, we'll just say how the players are going to be just looking forward to that. I mean, one individual player then comes down to the team that obviously wins the grand prize for themselves, and the prize pool obviously being on the line. It just gives the opportunities for the players to just open up their advantages and obviously just get the best out of their gameplay, and they have the capability for sure for that.
Yeah, they have the capability. That's why they are in the top 64 group. Right now, all the teams, they are divided into different groups. And we have top 4 groups. And each group, we have total 16 teams, but we have the point system in front of us. If you finish at the first place in every match, you'll get 15 points for the chicken dinner. For the second place, you'll get 12 points. If you finish at the 13 to 16 position, you'll get 0 placement point. But the good thing is, if you somehow manages to collect some kills, you get 1 kill point for 1 individual kill.
Yeah, I mean, that's how, it just works down to everyone just looking forward to those points for themselves. And obviously with those points just, coming out of the equation, it just goes down to how many points and kills, gathered together. You can get it. We have seen a few times that the team has just 1 placement point and they get 5-6 kill points. That sometimes, depending on the kind of match it was, that puts them onto a top 5 spot as well in that particular match. So it just, goes down to how the teams will be playing up. And obviously everyone has their eyes on the 15 or 12 points for sure.
True. Obviously, every single team just want that chicken dinner into their bag. But we have the squad roster in front of us. For Group B, we have PINDIESPORTS, the S5 4th generation, as well as we have the X generation, RZx7E ESPORTS, Tyro X1110, RedStone, MAXIMUSxFTN.
Yeah, these are the names. But then moving forward, Dark Paws, Access, ChapadGanju, Team Envy are going to be out here. I mean, talking about NVDS5, I would love to see how these teams just bring out their gameplay right now with everything. But then, yes, these are the teams that I was just talking about. Team Qwerty as well. And you talk about Qwerty, right? The likes of Khan, Wolverine, Voltrix, Destroyer. Well, we would be in for a surprise for sure.
True. Let's see how they are going to perform today. Yesterday, one team, Team Prime, they secured chicken dinner in every single Erangel map. That was literally an amazing performance. What do you think, Ocean? Do you think that any team are gonna repeat the history today or not?
I wish. See, I'm open for surprises. Given the chance, I would say there should be a team that secures chicken dinner in every match. I would love to see a 5 chicken dinner streak, because that has never happened at any tournament stage in one day. Maximum we have seen is 4. That has happened at an international tournament as well by some teams out there. But let's just not take the names. But moving up forward, I would still want to see how today's matches go down, because 4 is the record, 5 is down there to beat down. Every Erangel, I mean, that's the thing that we have seen. Like, every Erangel has been a record for PMCC now for one day, and let's see if a team just beats that.
True, true. Let's see how they are going to start. Because now, if we talk about today, if any team, basically every single team, they have 5 games lined up for them, and
Definitely.
in those, if you have 5 games, you have 3 Erangel maps, then you have 1 Sanhok and 1 Miramar. So you have plenty of opportunities to perform well, to secure good amount of points, and to confirm that top 8 position for yourself in the overall ranking.
I mean, that's needed, right? Everyone wants to get good position for themselves, good area for themselves. If they can, that's good. If they cannot, I mean, things are gonna be just going down for the players as well. But I guess it just goes down to the schedule as well. Obviously, we'll be knowing the schedule in a while, and with that, it'll be just one thing, and that is to look forward to how the matches pan down for the players. I mean, because everyone thinks of one thing, and that is we'll win, but executing that sometimes becomes a different philosophy.
Yeah, true, true. But I'm still waiting when the matches are going to start. I'm still waiting for the schedule too, because you know what? Schedule is the most important thing. But let me clear it out. First Erangel, then I think so Miramar, then again Erangel, then Sanhok, and then Miramar. Erangel, my bad. Yesterday, Team Arcadians, they performed well. They secured 20 kill points in just one map. That was Sanhok map, right? So
Yeah.
Arcadians, they were so good in that particular map, and after that particular map, they just jumped on second position in overall ranking. So it's insane. You have to perform like that.
Definitely, I mean, the players will have to perform like that, right? It just goes down to how they just plan it out. They might just plan out good games for themselves. They might not. But again, just moving forward to one conversation that we have been just having. You talked about all Erangel contestations. You're talking
Yeah,
about Arcadians. I'll still go down to that one Miramar match that happened when Nightmares was out there. They had the players
true.
advantage, but Just Victory actually just took the victory from them, and like they can change the name to Just Chicken because they just got the chicken like that, and that was really good, right? So
Yeah,
I would say it's good. I love this region for one thing, and that is the unique play style that this region brings, not just in campus championship, because campus championship gives us the new young blood to look forward to,
true.
and obviously they have learned what the OG teams are doing, but they try to modify it in a way, and that
Yeah.
just changes the mindset of the old players as well, the veterans as well, because they're like, hey, we know this trick, but this has been slightly reused in a different way, and then that just
Yeah.
brings everything different.
That's the main thing. Like, you know what? If you're the young blood, if you know how to do the same thing, but in a different manner, that's what surprises. That's why this is like one of my
I mean,
favorite reason too.
what do you young bloods call it? Like I'm old, but what do you young bloods call it? The swag.
Oh, yeah, the swag. And we have the squad roster again: PINDIESPORTS, FTE, RZx7E, Tyro X10, RedStone. RedStone, this is a pretty good team. But you know what? They usually prefer those, consistent performance. Like sometimes, if they're just focusing on kill points, they're gonna focus on kill points. They were like, no, we are not gonna focus on placement points. But if they are going to focus on placement points, they were like, no, now we are going to focus on placement points. We are going to play a little bit passive, but then when the fourth or the fifth circle, right, they'll like go all guns blazing.
Exactly. It just goes down to this. But talking about these teams again, Team Qwerty, I would love to see what this team does. Magnus as well, because we've casted these teams previously as well. If you talk about the likes of Magnus, Brekar, and BFR, we saw those teams. Brekar, it was a matter of ups and downs for the qualification. They did do really good, and they are here. But Team Qwerty, well, let's see if they have. If they know how to type a chicken out there, because they need that chicken dinner from that Qwerty that they have, right? So it just, I don't know why I'm just using your jokes for myself.
You know what? Because they are good. They are good.
Yeah,
And we
mine are
have-
good. I know that mine are good.
Oh,
Well,
no,
talking
I-
about the schedule right now, Erangel, Erangel, Sanhok, Erangel are the matches that we're going to be looking forward to.
Yeah. And you know what? You love my jokes, Ocean. I know that. I know that. Deep down in your heart, you were like, no, his jokes are kind of pretty good. But,
I use my mind when I'm making the jokes.
oh, I do the same. Like, I listen to my heart. That's the difference, I think so. Okay, let's get back to the topic, and that is how these teams are going to perform today.
Better than your jokes, I would say. Well, they are going to be performing really, really good. And in one way, the best part is that again, it just comes down to the new generation versus the veterans.
Yeah.
That's going to be just taking up a good fight, and it also comes down to one thing, and that is their drop locations.
Oh
I
yeah.
would say one thing, because the new teams, they always have, again, this conversation, they always have been learning from the old team, so they know their drop locations. But do the veterans know right now that are their drop locations about to be contested?
Okay, it might possible, but you know what? I still remember when Team Bubble used to play in their respective group. Not a single team, not a single team dropped down to their drop location, and that is Georgia Pool apartment. Because every single team, they know that if we are going to engage in a fight against Bubble somehow manages to win that fight. But let's see how these teams are going to perform. We can see Team Tyro, they are going to their favorite drop location, and it's going to be Severny and shooting range area, or maybe they can go to the George Pool area.
Yes, I mean the teams are just here, and we'll have to see how the teams just move forward to their own fights, as they are just dropping down right now, slowly and steadily. And the teams have started their own movement. You can see Yasnaya might as well be a decent area for a contestation. We'll see the contestation happening out there. And talking about the Pochinki area, I would say if Rules Break just want to dominate there wholly and solely, or do they have someone else that's going to be just coming out there? But talk about Severny, there's one team uncontested, and no one's around them. But military base, somehow there's going to be a bit of a cluster probably around military base.
True, and what if the zone is going to form near the military base area? I am sure we are going to witness some of the bridge camps, as well as some early fights near the Nova Ripnoi, as well as near the Milta area. And okay, 50% of the military base is inside the safe zone.
It is, and talking about the safe zone area, you can see Envy, like they'll be having a good area to move inside the circle, as they have the Novo Repnoi area, they have the bridge, so they can move inside the circle. Talking about Milta, that's also inside the circle, so the teams around Milta will be having a good area to contest for themselves. And I would say one thing, talk about Qwerty, right?
Yeah.
This is the thing about this team. These kind of circles, they love to play these kind of circles. First of all, they are inside the zone. This circle is going to go around the woodcutters area, if you know that, the woodcutter farms area, right? Above Milta, shelter-ish area, that kind of an area. So these teams will be playing very good around that area. First of all, they have the circle, then they don't have to rotate much. Then they can stay inside the zone. They might as well, if they want to go for a later rotation, they can spend a lot of time for that. It's a good thing for those teams.
Yeah, it's a good thing. But right now, we're talking about good things. We might gonna witness a fight between these two particular teams. We have Team FT as well as RZx7E ESPORts in the same frame. But it seems like the players of RZx7E ESPORts right now, they just want to collect some good loot. Then they are gonna engage in some fights. But I just want to ask one question, Ocean. Okay, this rhymes. The thing is, we saw a lot of.
I've heard that since my childhood.
Oh. Okay, so
yeah.
Where was I? Yeah, I was talking about that we saw a lot of plane trajectory starting from the shooting range area or near the Stalwart area, but not a single team love to go near the Kameshki area. I'm still wondering why.
Well, it just goes down to one thing. You don't get your entire loot in Kameshki, right? If you're dropping down to Kameshki, you'll have to drop down to Stalwart as well. And in Kameshki, there's just one vehicle that may be a Dacia, or it may be a buggy. Again, that's a gamble as well. So if you get a buggy, maybe you get a buggy. Where will your other two teammates that have dropped down to Stalwart go? I mean, if it just goes, so that kind of area just becomes a gamble, a mighty gamble. Plus, if a team, suppose now Severny is where a team is. If they have to come down, they'll come from Stalwart area to the Yasna, then towards the circle. So those kind of things just get into the contestation or non-contest, like those. It just goes down to that as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Decent explanation from the side of Ocean, and okay, it's again rhymes. It again rhymes, right? Explanation.
Why?
My jokes are not that good, but okay. I have another question, Ocean. Can I? Please.
Okay.
This makes sense. Okay. So the question is. Okay. Hope so. No. This is literally good. If you have a can opener and it's not working, what do you call it?
Cannot.
A can't opener. Come on, man. You were close. Okay. This was a good joke.
I like the older English. I say cannot opener. Okay, I cannot.
Okay.
These youngsters, I'll tell you.
Man, at least I'm 19 years old, you know. I know, I know
You
how
want
to
me to
crack
say
some
it?
jokes. No,
You want
no,
me to?
please, you gonna roast me
You
on the live
can't.
stream.
Tell me. I can't.
Okay,
I can't open.
I can't open. Okay, happy? Uh, I hate my life sometimes, but these players know because right now they are playing in PMCC, Pakistan region, and you know what? I'm still missing those early skirmishes.
Yeah, I mean, those skirmishes, like it's about time. Like we'll be seeing those skirmishes happening just about in a few moments for sure. But talking about the skirmishes, right? The most important thing for the players is to look forward to and to just understand how the fights are going to be just getting their hold on. Because a few fights, obviously it's just the slow time, the slowness before the storm just rises up. So
Yeah.
that slowness is just out there. So we'll have to just look forward to that, and maybe just maybe we'll be seeing the fights happening in a while.
Okay, and I love those fights, but let's see when these teams are going to engage in some fight. But the good thing is that we have 55 players still alive, but only 15 teams are in the lobby. Where's the 16th team? And which one is that team who didn't take part in this particular match?
Probably, I would say, it again might have been some other works, or probably like it happens sometimes, right? But
No.
then if they come back, it's just one thing, and that is they'll be losing on a lot of points that the other teams would obviously be gaining already.
Yep, that's the most important thing because you know what? One match can cost you a lot. One match can decide you're going to qualify or not. And let me tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, only top 8 teams from each group will qualify for the phase 3. So you have to be consistent. You have to secure good points in every single map so that you can be in the top 8.
Yeah, it will be just going for that. But now, moving up forward again, the first circle, ladies and boys and girls, slowly just dropping down right now. With that, the teams are also just starting up their rotation, starting up their movements from one area to the other, and well, looking forward to it. How these teams are going to be just moving up. Not okay. Well, Kareem has just moved up onto. Well,
I saw that
Huston.
coming. Literally.
NV players, they so this is the thing that I was talking about it, right, Shivansh, when we were looking forward to, all right, they're just marking up, they have an AK, they have the weapons, you can take that with an extended mag as well, plus a bit of 7.62. So talk about this, right? The players will be moving late, I would say, from Novo Repnoy, but that might just be one bad thing if someone wants to contest the bridge as well.
Yep, if someone wants to contest that bridge, and you know what, we love those bridge fights too, because if any team just gonna bridge camp for you and it decided that you have no path left, you have to go from the bridge. It might possible that you're gonna win that fight or you'll get eliminated. But let's see what's going to happen. Meanwhile, the players from Team BFR, they are rotating. They are very close to the safe zone, and right now they have individual vehicles for them. Hey, this skin is so cool.
This is, I would say, like talking about skins, right? I still love, like, I would want to ask the audience, like, which is their favorite skin inside the game. I still love the M4 Glacier somehow. That just, gets its own vibe when you're just, using that gun, just carrying that gun, plus the Pharaoh set as well. Like, those kind of things just, make up the game for yourself. Like, you get that. You get to show it off somehow.
Yeah, you get those flex is so good. But if you want to flex onto your opponents, you just need this gun. We have the airdrop one in front of us, and inside that airdrop we have the Groza with the 8x and a level 3 kit.
Yeah, we have all these things. We talk about the areas around shelter. The cluster has already started to just, drop down there. NB, look at this. A fight might as well emerge onto the sides of Novo Rep. Now, look at that NB app store, like pretty close to Boss, so like 110 players.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? It means we are going to witness some fights. But let's see when it's going to happen. Apsaw, he's pretty far away from the pack, so it might possible that he could be the one who will be taken down at the first position. And I think so Sherry's just going to do the same thing. He dished out a decent amount of damage onto him, but could not able to knock him down.
He did, dish out a bit of damage out there. Absol is just, being spotted down. His vehicle's being tormented down in this situation. But look at that. Look at that. A flank coming up probably, but by the looks of it, Absol does know it. He did try to take up the shots, and now the cover has just arrived. It might be a bad thing, as Envy is gonna just, enjoy that kill for the people, for the players out there, for the teammates, and looking by it has been taken down as well. So a trade did come down. But now it comes down to one thing, and that is which team is going to go out of it, because Ahmed will be taken down as well. Envy, they have lost their 2 players. I mean, both of them need up a revive, and will that happen or will that not, as Pistol is so far behind?
Yeah, meanwhile, Hitman. I know why his name is Hitman, because he has that M24 and he knocked out 2 players by his M24. And oh, this is gonna this is gonna change a lot of things for Envy, because now RZx7E, they are gonna revive their teammate and they are gonna confirm those knock into kills, and that is equal to 2 total points in a very early stage. Meanwhile, Absol, he's not in a good position. He has to change his position, otherwise he could be this third person who could get knocked out.
Well, that's right. But and we're talking about this, right? They did manage to revive their 1 teammate. So the thing is, they're still 3 men strong. But Absol's location has been compromised now. So that means someone from behind can actually just come down to it. I mean, Absol, look at him. He's on low HP. Sherry as well will be going for the healer. But now he knows that Absol is just moving on to the backside. Does Absol have a first aid or not? That's also one of the questions. But now I think so that all these players are going to rush onto that house, onto those buildings, because they know that Absol is alone and he does not have a first aid. The bandits are being used, so he's alone, but they decide to move back onto the bridge lines, and this might be a bridge contestation by the looks of it.
Yeah, and right now the players of RZx7E, as you just mentioned, they are gonna go for that bridge contestation, and this is going to be a little bit tricky, because if the players of Team Envy, they decide that they are gonna go from those water areas, it is going to be tricky for them. And if we're talking about tricky stuff, Kamar is the one who knocked out 1 player of Team 4 Generation. 4 Generation, they got thrown down in the open area, and just because of that, they got severely punished. But a trade knock is also there.
Yeah, trade knock, it has been just there. But talk about this. I mean, the players just, are trying, and Kama is just onto the backside as well. Let's see if the fight just, go down to this player. But to talk about this as well, I mean, we can see a few teams with 3-man squad, 3-man roster right now. Might as well be detrimental. Might as well, like, it just goes down to your decision making as for how you'll be taking up some fights in the crucial moments.
True, man advantage is literally very crucial in this PUBG Mobile game, basically. But Kamir, I think so the revival is not going to be there, because the blue zone just going to dish out consistent amount of damage onto you, and it's a bit risky to revive your teammate who is on very low health right now. Shoki, he just boosted himself, and now he's just going to focus on those rotations. RZx7E eSports, they somehow managed to secure 1 kill, and the revival is also there.
The revival has been there, but talk about Fortune, right? I mean, Heather has been taken down. So these 3 players again, finding out a good area for themselves. Wolverine onto the backsides right now, just moving up and down, like slowly and steadily, just from this hill direction. And they did spot down the players. They know that the players are there. Now it just comes down to their capability, because just as I talked about it, that they know how to play these circles, right? Yep. They always try to go for a good higher area. They have a higher area for themselves. Now, if they knock someone down, I would want to see how they rush in.
Yeah, let's see how they are gonna rush, and if they somehow manage to secure 1 knock. But right now, Team Tyro, they are very close to the players. Voltrix Khan, Wolverine Destroyer. You know what? They can use this as an opportunity if they can able to spot them down. 4 Generation, they are also moving inside the zone. But if we talk about the zone, Team RB as well as RZ, they are in the dead center of the safe zone.
Yes, they are onto those areas around the circle. But talk about this, right? This, as of now, is looking for the farm-ish. The circle will go on to the left side of the farm. All right. By the looks of it, RS is just out here, and NFP. Okay, so the teams are pretty close to each other. But again, they're not exactly close, so they can just spot the players down. But taking them down and rushing them, it might not happen till the 4th or 5th circle. It's still the 3rd circle right now that's closing up, and you can see now. So the players are taking each other down, but they would not want to rush right now because they know the open areas. They know that there might be a lot of disadvantages of rushing onto the open areas.
Yeah, disadvantage of rushing in the open areas very, very detrimental. But let's see what's going to happen after this third zone. I'm a little bit curious where the fourth zone is just going to form. The players of Team X Generation, they are in front of the players of RedStone. RedStone spotted down one player of Team Envy while he's rotating. He'd already received a lot of damage, and Absol, he got knocked out. The kill confirmation is about to be there, but Vegeta is also on the receiving ends.
Well, they definitely are onto those, fights against themselves. But talk about NFP, right? 3 men strong, still trying to spot down the players. They were almost on the right track, onto spotting down the players. But obviously, there was a mini reg that was just, keeping them away from the fights. And again, the farm area is where the fights are just, going to go for. And that's where the players are going to be just, moving up right now. And with that, it just goes down to one thing, and that is farm area is quite open. You have a few mountains onto the backsides here and there, but otherwise it's a lower ground. So all you can get for a good cover are going to be these kind of houses. If you have them, it's a good thing. If you don't, well, you might be out of luck with everything.
Yep, and after this circle, I am sure that open fights are gonna happen. If we talk about open fights, I think so the players from FTE, they are gonna do the same thing. It seems like they spotted down the players of PINDIESPORTS, but let's see. PINDIESPORTS, they have good cover of those vehicles, so that they can use those vehicles to be a little bit safe. But if we talk about you have to be safe, for that you have to be inside the safe zone.
Yeah, they definitely have to be inside the safe zone. But now again, just trying to spot on the players. Usama, he has spotted on one, did do a bit of a damage though, but did not get the knockout. Well, he knows now. He knows that the damage he has done will be reflecting on his opponent's vest or helmet as of now, and obviously will be giving them a lot of time to just think about it again. He did see the player going down once again.
Yeah, meanwhile, Hussey, the kill confirmation is there. Meanwhile, we can see Wolverine, he got knocked out. Meanwhile, Voltrux with his incredible grenade knocked out Fadi, but Khan is also on the receiving edge. Fadi kill confirmation is also there by Voltrux, so we can see a lot of fights happening in this circle. Scar, he has that M416. It is that ironical. But meanwhile, Poor Generation spotted down Bad Boy. One player of Poor Generation spotted down Bad Boy, and he's gonna confirm that kill too.
Definitely gonna just get that kill, trying to. But talk about this now. Qwerty is moving up forward. Destroyer has been taken down. The finish, it's done as of now. Straight up taking down the players. But look at that, another knock just coming out from the players. Khan was taken down. This somehow just changes everything about the game. But Voltrix on low HP, he gets down as well, and so gets the elimination from somewhere else. That was something that no one just expected. Wow!
Wow, the Ranover is also there. And Psycho, he has been taken down. But Usma OP, he could not able to survive for too long. He somehow managed to try his level best to secure one kill. But no. Sometimes the luck factor is also there. Meanwhile, HMZ bot knocked out Tornado. Just going to confirm that kill too. Meanwhile, we can see Dante. He's not stopping. Another knock from his side.
Talk about it, right? So many knocks just going down onto the things, and talk about FT Paraboy Scar as well, just onto the backsides as well. Osama's out here as well, just trying to spot down the areas, take the players down, and they are looking good by their own selves. Ronin onto the backsides as well. So these players are just trying to get the best out of everything for themselves. But the thing is, they're at the edge of the circle. How much more of a fight can they take from this area? That's one of the most important questions. Fojin, right now pretty close to their opponents, like just one building away from their opponents. So one wrong move can be a really bad wrong move for them. They'll have to just look forward to it. But now again, the question is the next circle. Yeah, it moves to the left side of farm, and with that, there's just one building inside the circle for the contestation. Let's see who gets that, because that's where the chaos just happened a few moments back.
Yeah, because if you're going to hold that building, it's I'm sure that you are going to engage in a lot of fights. Meanwhile, if you're talking about engaging in some fights, PFR Bad Boy, he just engaged in a fight with the players against the players of team, we can say ChapadGanju, they are on the receiving edge. They received a lot of damage, and Shen is the one who received a lot of damage. But right now he's on full health, and bad boy, I think so. He's just gonna burst down that Dacia with his GP. But look at his helmet. My bad. It 95% damaged.
It definitely is damaged right now, so we'll have to see how the players just talk about it as they're just trying to take up all the fights. Still, we have 12 teams remaining, 31 players alive on these situations, and all these players that are remaining still trying to get inside the circle. Now it's the fifth circle coming up, and 20 minutes onto the clock. So every team wants to get inside the circle as soon as they can, and they're looking forward to it. They're looking good for it. Lucifer takes down Pan onto these situations. Bad boy OP just moving on to the backsides once again slowly and still just trying to get the best out of themselves. And BFR as well. So all these teams are trying to get their own fights, get their own holds for the fights, but will they be able to get it? Like, some skirmishes are 1v1 as we can see. So if one player is left behind, the team might as well just have to look for a plan B. And by the looks of it, they know that they need to take up these fights, and they're just running circles around onto that area.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you can say that VFR Babu, he already secured 2 kills, and he's the only one surviving for his team. He's kind of far away from the safe zone, but Shoki really able to confirm that kill. Okay, it's still a big question. Meanwhile, we can see some players, they got knocked out by the blue zone, which is not good because you have to respect the blue zone because this is the 5th circle.
This definitely is the 5th circle right now, and now as you can see, they are still trying to spot down the players. Play zone is taking toll on the players right as of now, we can see, and there are a few players that are dropping down and just getting knocked out. But this might be bad, this might be worse, as a team will be taken out of the equation. Shoki is doing really good as he has 3 kills onto his own bank. He's on domination.
Yep, he's on domination, and he's using Vector in this sixth circle. So yeah, we can see the meta. The meta is quite different. We used to see, but right now we can see that we still have 7 teams alive. 22 players are still in the lobby. The players from ChapadGanju, they are holding this crucial compound. Meanwhile, Sherry, he spotted down the players of Rules Breaker. But on the other side, NFP, they are also engaging in some fights, and they are not in a good position.
Definitely not in a good position, but it still comes down to how they'll be just moving forward with the other fights, as the players they have spotted on. They know that they're outside the circle, but their opponents are even further away from the circle, so they're trying to play the mind games against those opponents, if it just happens or not. Even well, the players are just out here, they don't have the kills, so they need to just get those kill numbers for themselves. NFP, meanwhile, you can see Rahman and Thak, those 2 players are surviving, but for how long can those survive? That's the only question. Just look out for, watch out for. Kareem is just here as well onto the back sides, and talk about the other. I mean, Cherry's just on the back lines. He has been taken down, needs a revive. His teammates are pretty close. Let's see if that revive just comes in pretty soon or not. But now, by the looks of it, it's just a tricky affair to be caught up out in the open, and there are so many players that we can see are facing the wrath of it.
True, they are facing a lot of wrath of these players. So as the blue zone, because blue zone is not stopping. It's taking down some players. Meanwhile, Evil Faisal on the receiving edge, and we can see Vegeta kill confirmation is by the blue zone. NFP Thug, he also be taken down by the blue zone, and there is one more bullet. He could have been secured that knock if he continued his spray.
He could have, but now Rahman, he has been spotted down. He will be taken down, but so will be the other. So it just goes down to this, right? If you want to be greedy for the kills, you can, but hey, you will be shot down from the other side as well. It's not kind of a thing, but this circle demands for it. I know everyone wants those kills for themselves, but yeah, you gotta watch your surroundings. You will fall down. Your teammates will fall down. Well, Scar right now taking kills by kills for themselves. The 3rd one's in the bank. There are many more right above there. There's another one spotting down. A good spray was taken down on the player. It did do the damage, but it did not do the job. Maybe this one, maybe next time it will do the job. Yes, it does! Oh my god!
He is on rampage right now. Scar already secured 5 kills, and the team of Team FTE, they have secured 11 kills for themselves. Meanwhile, 4th generation, they are also looking pretty good. Shoki is the last man surviving, but they already secured 5 kills. They are in the top 4, so they are going to get decent amount of placement points. But the bad thing is They need that revival. That revival is going to be very, very crucial for them. So as for this team, because ChapadGanju, Shan is the last man surviving, he has to revive his teammate because they just secured only one kill. If you want to be in the top three, you need that manpower.
Well, it's definitely needed, but now if we just talk about it, let's see how the fights are going to be just moving forward as we have these four teams just remaining right around here, and FT obviously is looking brilliant. They have the manpower, just like you talk about it, but they don't have the circle. The other teams
Yeah.
have the circle. Can they just snatch the circle away from their opponents? That's the only question that needs to be answered.
True. Meanwhile, you know what? If you want to snatch the circle, you have to snatch those kills. So Shoki, this is going to be really, really crucial for Shayan because he's just hiding behind that Bucky. But for how long? Because Shoki just pinned him down. And at this position, Shoki he is not going to stop basically because he already secured 4 kills.
Well, it did happen, but it just gives up time for FTE to move forward. Scar is just right there with the airdrop. Let's see if he gets something with the airdrop. I mean, maybe some different weapon or something. Well, Shan has been taken down. It's down to 3 teams, 9 players surviving. It's a 2v4v3 situation altogether. But Rebacks moving on to the left hand side, and with that movement, it might as well be fruitful as they can spot down the players.
Yep, might be fruitful, but meanwhile, spotting down the players is going to be the most crucial part. What if you could be you are going to be on the receiving end? Then it is not going to be good. But look at the position of Fortune Gaming. One perfect grenade can eliminate the whole team of Rules Breaker.
But does he know? Does he know? That's the only question. Does he
Yeah.
know? I think now he does. But is it too late? Is it too late? But FT, I mean, there's no stopping this team somehow. They're just getting the kills, getting the points for themselves. Fortune,
Yeah.
I don't know if they can pull off a miracle at this moment in order to just topple up the team of FTE. But by the
True.
looks of it, I would say top 3 is gonna stay really close in the matter of like overall points, like the kill point and everything. As Shocky takes down 1. Does takes down 1, but will the confirmation arrive? Look at that, Shocky takes down another one. Wow! But this gives time for all right, this gives time for a revival, maybe. Revive share, come on, you gotta revive share if it just goes down to it. Wow.
Come on. This is the perfect time. It seems like because the 8th circle, after 40 seconds, the 8th zone is just going to close in. And we still have three teams left. 8 players are still alive. Shoki, man, this man is literally unstoppable. He secured 6 kills. He has still the level 2 loadout, which is literally fresh. Not received a single amount of damage onto him.
He has 6 kills. That's the only thing. I would want to see what the kills the other players are having for themselves. But look at that. Oh, Gaming has been taken down. That means Shoki's the last one surviving. He might as well be spotted down. FTE, they have to move inside the circle 10 meters. How are they planning to do this? Oh my god, he has been spotted on. Takes down 1, but there's a vehicle coming on to you, Shoki. Did not look forward to it. Para was moving on to with the vehicle as well. This is a climax that no one expected. No!
What was that?
You can talk about it like this. 2 teams elimination happened through a vehicle.
Wow. You know what? This is going to be
I'm
a
done.
highlight.
I'm
for
done.
sure.
I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
totally.
I'm done. Just think about what the Oppo moments are gonna be. Vehicle ending. No.
Or what if the Oppo movements is going to start with the vehicle rotation? It is going to be insane, man. You know what? If you start the Oppo F19 Pro movements with the vehicle and the ending is going to be the same. Whoa! What an amazing match! What an
They were
amazing
like
start!
they knew it. Once they'll be just moving up forward in the circle, they knew 10 meters is a lot of distance. How do we cover it? With a vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay. But how do we kill people once we are just driving? With a vehicle. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. And you know what? Securing those crucial kills as well as a chicken dinner by just using that vehicle is
Wow.
insane, man. You know that's you mentioned that the young bloods
They're
got the creativity too.
Yeah, they got the creativity. The other teams, they're like, let's use vehicle for the rotations. And then they are like, hey, we get points from vehicle. How? You just wait and watch.
Yeah, you know what?
Wow.
You can secure some kills with molly, guns, nades. Let's do something different. Let's use vehicles.
Wow,
They did the same.
this changes a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, what if this is going to be the new meta?
No, this
Pakistan
can't be.
region,
This won't be as of a new meta, but
obviously. Like,
let's talk about it. Let's talk about this one as we talk about the match rankings, right? FT 13 kills. So this is what I was talking about, right? 4th generation, had they got a win, they could have had like a double-digit kills. So again, they would have been just pretty close. Rules Breaker, without a kill, they are at 4th position, and RZx7E, they are just out there on 3rd. So it was still a close affair. But talk about Qwerty, right? We were hoping to look forward to that team, but they are not in top 8 right now.
yeah, they are not in the first page of match ranking, but they are on the 11th position of match ranking with only 3 points. So they are focusing on those skill points, which is kind of good, because if your kill department is pretty strong, this proves that you have a lot of potential. And you have a lot of confidence on your gun power, but you have to focus on those placement points too.
Well, the Oppo movements did not start off with a vehicle, but yeah, the second movement is with a vehicle though. Talk about this. Let's count the vehicle movements in the Oppo movements. So there is a vehicle as well, the vehicle elimination. There's another vehicle just moving forward. Okay, there's a lot of vehicles in this one somehow. There's another vehicle being taken out. Okay.
Oh my god.
Now there are no vehicles. Behind the vehicle, the shot went down. And another one with the vehicle. Okay. And now talk about the vehicles giving up a cover. The vehicle blast happens. Okay.
So this is the Oppo F19 vehicle pro movements.
Yeah, pro vehicle movements is what we are looking forward to.
Yeah.
And now you look forward to it. One player goes for the reload. Vehicle goes down. Then the same buggy moving forward takes the other one.
Yeah. You know what? That player is so good with his, with his driving skills. Basically,
Cavemen invented tires, but to use them into their best ways is what we are doing up right now in the game, as they get a good kills.
Yeah, I totally agree with the point. Oh shit. But the main thing is how they are going to perform in the further matches. But for that, we go on a short break, and coming right up, it is going to be the next map, and that was Miramar.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Welcome to Karakin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karakin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karakin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refined pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karakin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here, and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here. But be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch, making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al Habar, which is the largest urban area in Karakin. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Karakin. This is the perfect spot to search for weapons, making it my personal favorite. Next up is the city of the West, Bashara. It was a city congested with residents, with tall buildings providing convenience in observing the surrounding movements. Just make sure not to lose your directions here. Our final destination is the cargo ship, located at the southwest corner of the map. This ship has been idle here for forever, and has already been abandoned. Yet there are still goods that remained here. However, due to the gigantic size of the cargo ship and the containers, this place no doubt becomes a place to rumble. Don't you feel the excitement already just thinking of it? Besides these urban areas, Karakin also houses many such little buildings. Rumor has it that there's another passage beneath these buildings, as well as a huge space beneath Karakin. Well, it's up to you, believe them or not. Alright, your Karakin tour is now closing its curtains. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, we got it, we did it! I know you'll be there for me.
I'll always be here.
Whoa! How are you? Yeah! Thank you, bro.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good
Hello everyone and welcome back to PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Pakistan by Oppo F19 Pro. Hashtag Wook Up Your Fun. My name is Ocean. Alongside me is Ankit, and well, with one match out of the box, there are still a few more to go, and obviously the upcoming one is going to be the map of Miramar. So,
Exactly.
what do you think, Ankit? How will this map pan out?
Let's see, we have to wait for that. But I'm pretty sure that the team that actually proved the mettle in the last match would actually like to carry on the momentum. But for now, it seems that from the east side to the western side, the flight path is on its way. That means El Azhar, Jakiar, Hassan Del Petron, San Martin, Montenegro, Power Grid, Graveyard, Picado, El Pozo, Redfield, Quadridium are the glidable areas. So you were talking about the pace, the speed that we can recite the city's name. Was it good, Ocean, or not?
Okay, well, now we just talk about it. From El Azhar to El Pozo, just like you talked about the flight path, I would love to see what the teams are going to be just talking about, because the sides of Impala, Labandita, like these are good areas to drop down, as there are a few teams dropping down there. But still, like, talk about the areas like Chumasera, Lost, it's like the southern circle-ish thing. If it just goes towards a southern side, might be a mistake, just to look forward to how the teams will rotate onto the southern sides if the circle goes down to a southern side.
Yep. More often we have saw for the whole of the tournament that the opposite circles, for example, if the circle is from the dominating on the eastern side, the circle, the flight path, if it is dominating on the eastern side, the circle goes on the western side. So same, if the circle goes on to the southern side, for example, on the city of Los Leones, taking it as center, that can be a thing to deal for. But it is a southern side, but it is also a western shift.
This is what I was talking about, right? The Chumasera lost in a circle to see how the teams are going to be just dropping down, and RS is dropping to a good area for themselves. And these kind of circles, obviously, is going to go to the sides of Chumasera, a bit onto the southern side of Chumasera. So let's see how the teams will rotate.
Yep, we have to see for them, because for now all these cities are vacated. Especially we talk about the cities of Los Leones, they are still not contested for now. But Tyro 110 onto your TV screens, all the 4 players align, and I can see 15 teams have already joined. That means in the last game also one team obviously didn't join, and it seems that the same team has still not joined in the frame. And what am I seeing there? The players of Evil are onto the back foot as they are being backstabbed, or they are being.
So
yes, ChapadGanjus, man, oh man.
I mean, talk about it. We started we ended the previous fight on the buggy ram, and this fight started on the buggy ram. So today we are seeing a lot of vehicle kills.
So players have decided not to involve much of gun powers and not much of ammos and all. Let's bring down the vehicles. Let's play with the metas, how the US kills would actually help you, how the buggy kills will actually help you. Because as you just mentioned, in the last game also we saw a lot of vehicles being involved directly or indirectly, and in this game also ChapadGanjus, it seemed that the only player surviving from their side is Evil Hassan.
Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, they got that early blow on themselves. They never wanted, obviously no team would want this to happen for themselves, but this happened. So now Hassan, what he has to do is, obviously, first things first, has to get inside the circle as soon as he can. If he does not, it will be a really, really bad thing. So he needs to get inside the circle somehow and get to a good placement for himself.
Close to 1500 meter is what the distance that he has to travel. Can he make it possible or not? This is a question to be answered, and this is a certainty that he has to make sure in order to not face an elimination. But the way he's trying to move, Thug can at any moment, if he spots him, he can be taken out in the open. Thug, what is he doing? He has already spotted the player, but still not taking the shot.
Well, is not, I mean, it just goes to one thing, and Hassan, he needs to play his cards right. So that's why everything is just, coming down to the calculations of the players against him. Like, they obviously want to get that kill. They're just waiting for it.
Let's wait. Maybe the wait can help them secure one more kill, or maybe they are just letting the other players to get the kills into the number.
Probably. It might have been. I mean, I don't know. But Hassan, still surviving. For him, the major key goal is just one, and that is survive. I hope he does. Because I would not want a team to just go out in the early skirmish in this way. But look at him again. Still just staying out there. Now Thug's moving up.
Ocean.
This is going to be a
the
one.
probability are diminishing.
Yeah, this is going to be
Probabilities are diminishing.
this is going to be a 1v1. This is going to be a tactical 1v1. And all the players are surrounding, and now they've heard the footsteps. They know that he's inside that building. They've swatted him down as well. Now the guys move forward. 22 bullets in his own AK, and by the looks of it, they are just trying to pincer it down, just pressurizing, constantly pressurizing with that AK and M4 shot slowly and steadily. But he has an M16, so he won't be able to do that. And Thug's M4 becomes a bit more chaotic.
Yes, as he secures the final kill, and with that, ChapadGanju also didn't have a very good outing in the last match. And since the moment they made an entry into this CC, into the club championship, apart from all those first games that they played, the first, second, or third games, they have been on an offshore. They have been kept quiet. If we talk about their gun power or maybe the rotation, so this is the thing that they actually look up for. And since they already knew that one team comes into the drop location, NFP comes there, Impala, there should have been a homework done already.
There should have been a homework done already for themselves. But now, talk about it. The team that's in the dead smack center of the circle, like the sides of Chumasara, they don't have to worry about anything. They just have to just, sit out there, chill for a while, and then just, look forward to everything. But talk about so many teams. From El Pozo, La Cobraria, Water Treatment, Torre Ahumada, El Azahar, Impala, Puerto Paracio. There's a of teams that just stretching onto those areas, so getting inside the circle will be a big trouble.
Yes, it will be a challenging thing for all those, because we just saw congestion being developing on the areas of northern and northeastern side of this map of Miramar. And you know what? I love all these chaotic situations. I love all these congestion, because then you get to see the fights erupting, because already this is a big map. The circle takes in its own shift in its own way, and that makes the game a bit less active. So this is the thing that actually wanted to happen, and this has actually panned out for now.
This definitely has just panned out for now. But now talking about the other things, you can see the players still just moving here and there just for themselves, for their own rotations, and they're looking good. As zones just coming on, zones in Miramar are obviously just a bit more deadly, as the distances and obviously the vehicles sometimes might as well just be onto the use or not. So let's see how it just goes down to everything.
Exactly. Look at those barren lands. Apart from all these cactuses and all these the plants that are onto the side, it is a completely barren land, and obviously nobody would want themselves stuck in this situation. And talking about that, it seems that some teams would also like to travel into zone, because if you talk about Maximus, look at that, 2500 meter away from the zone, and some teams are also taking the fight, because we see Maximus Fadi has already been knocked out. He is bleeding, and they are up against the 7E eSports Dante. It seems that he would soon be securing the kill into his number. But all these fights are actually happening into the blue zone, and it can be a double whammy situation for all these teams if they not make an entry into zone, because we have seen how these zones can be a deadly attributes, a deadly sign for them.
Yeah, and talking about the fact that 2,000 plus meters outside the circle, that just becomes a lot more detrimental to just talk about it, even to just think about it. As for the fights will be happening, so we'll just have to think about it, and let's see how the fights just go.
Yep, we have to wait for that. But for now, it seems that Fadi has already been bled out. And yes, I was talking about Dante. I have so much confidence on this player, because we have seen the players of R7E eSports taking up the fight. And Dante is the player that actually goes for that opening frag, that opening knock. And this time also, he was the player that secured the first kill, the first blood for their team in this map of Miramar.
It does, happens like this. But now talk about Dante, still just moving up onto the sides of the circle. They know it's important, but all they have to do is just not let their vehicle slide away into a bit of a trouble. Because talking about Mirado, it has a lower ground clearance, so that just is one thing. But the second one is the way this vehicle sometimes goes off-road. If the vehicle gets stuck, you're not just getting out of it.
Exactly, and in that moment, if you are onto the crosshair of players, the way your buggy, the way your Mirado has toppled down, the same way your whole team can be toppled down.
Yeah, it can be. So that's just how it is going to be. But now looking up to it, so many teams again still just trying to get down onto their good area. But the second circle has just formed up right now. 1+ minute marker onto the clock for the second circle to go down. But there are still a few teams that are struggling outside the circle, so they'll have to just get inside the circle as soon as they can. Otherwise, you can see the health slowly going down, and you don't want to waste your utilities outside the circle. You need them for the fights. You need them for the crucial moments. So as to if someone just has taken your helmet or something, you still have the time to heal and then just take up the fight once again. If you use all the first aids or something outside the zone, then maybe once you know that sometimes even 1 HP can create a lot of difference. It just goes down to that.
Yeah, we have to take care of all these things while you're traversing that much of distance. 2000 meter, that makes it close to 2 kilometers. That is actually in itself a very big number, and you have to cross. And with these terrains, it becomes very difficult to cross because you just not only face the brunt of the blue zone that actually comes into frame, but if in that situation your buggy or your car topples like just in this way, you might lose onto some HP.
Yeah, exactly. The players might as well just lose on to a few points against themselves. We'll have to see how that just happens or not. So that's just one of the things to just look forward to. We'll talk about this. So many teams just trying to find out a good area for themselves, good area inside the circle, and a few teams are finding good areas inside the circle. So they don't need to worry about anything on those moments for themselves. We'll talk about this fight, which is kind of just breaking out onto the sides of Tumasera, the higher area, lower area, that kind of fight that's just happening as. Vegeta and Fire, they have spotted on the players of Pinde, but they could not do much of a damage as they were hoping. But so now they are just rotating from that area.
Yep, and Chumasera is the area, and as we talked about, they were sitting in the right dead smack center, and with after all these second shift, they are still in that second zone, and they're just trying to find out all these area. But you know what? I have a very high expectation from the players of RedStone. Although they are 3 men strong, they're 3 men roster because they just joined the lobby with 3 men strong. But we have seen these teams actually performing in patches in a very good numbers, in a very good amount in the qualifying stage. And after that faltering of one match in the map of Erangel, I'm very hopeful. I am very much high on expectation that RedStone is going to perform and going to showcase their talent, because we have seen these teams performing very brilliantly in the past, and this is the moment that they can actually showcase. Some teams that actually faltered, for example, the players of Qwerty, they didn't had a very good outing in the last match, so it becomes important for them to have a very good match in this map of Miramar and the second match for them.
Yeah, a few teams did just fall down for themselves, and that's just something that creates chaos in the minds of the players as well, in the minds of people as well. So a few teams did just falter down, but apart from that, there were a lot more teams that were just trying to get their best gameplays. We talk about the team that's just coming still, like Neon. You can look at him like still coming outside the circle from the blue zones. A few teammates have Rees inside the zone, but then there are a few that are still just trying to move forward. So it just creates chaos.
Yup, and talking about that, the players of X Generation have spotted some players out in the open. Obviously, Thug, we saw that player eliminating the players of ChapadGanju, the last player, but instantly he has also been eliminated, and these all fights are happening. It seems that on the very eastern half of the circle, where the players of Team Envy have been pinned down because they have to come in zone, and for that they have to suppress the players of X Generation, and it seems that X Generation are in no mood to let the players of Envy come into the circle.
Well, just as we were discussing, right, the backsides of Chumasera are going to be really important. That's where the teams are coming up right now. So now it comes down to the team that just was, facing the wrath of the blue circle. Now they're inside the circle and they don't have any team to contest around them, which is a really, really good thing for the players, for the team as well. So it just, gets to really good news for those players that they're going to be really happy with this one. But now, again, talk about the team of 4Gen, right? In the previous game as well, they were in the top 3 and they had a decent outing for themselves with the kill numbers. But now they have to just, struggle to get inside the circle. As you can see, they are just trying to move from the backsides of Chumasera. Let's see if they get there and how do they take up the fight, because once you're inside the circle, you'll have to know for one thing, and that's for sure, that you'll have to be prepared for the fights.
Yep, you have to be prepared, because the moment they enter the zone, the circle will probably take a 4th shift, or maybe the circle will be in a mood to take the 4th shift, and at that point, at that moment, we can expect some fight happening. So they have not just only to secure a good position in the map, but they have to be very well prepared and they have to cook up all those fights in their own way. But let's talk about all those teams that are into the frame. Yesterday, we saw Freestyles actually not performing well. We had a very good expectation from them, and today, Qwerty faltering out. So how do you think the team has come into this match with the mindset?
Well, let's just hope that, it just becomes a really good mindset for the players, because talking about a few previous performances, I would say just gotta clear that mind, right? Because every game is different. Every game gets you to a different placement point. Every game, until unless you're doing it on purpose that you don't want to play or something. But these teams, these players, they want to showcase their gameplay to their region, and obviously to the world out there, slowly and steadily. So these players are trying their level best, and they definitely are just showcasing the immense talent that they have. So they are ready for anything.
Yep, talking about the readiness, the men from PINDIESPORTS are in readiness as the one player has already been knocked down and he has been given revival. But NFP, it seems that they are also on the receiving end, because we just saw these players trying to make an entry into zone, and this is the moment NV is just trying to backstab them. Just waited that the moment the players of X Generation would go into zone, we would pin set them down. But what is this? Hamad, he is been taken down by the players of Dark Paws. Dark Paws are looking not very strong, but still they have secured 1 kill. 2 players have already been eliminated, and it seems that in this area of Magnus, a fight has already been broken out between the player of PINDIESPORTS and the players of Dark Paws.
Well, the fights have just broken down right now, and we'll have to see how the fights keep on going for its own self. As Pindi, the players are trying to just relocate themselves, and obviously trying to spot down the players. They're trying to move on to their targets that are just right in front of them. Let's see if they can just get the damage out of that or not, because still it's one thing, and that is they know the importance of the vehicle right now. And they, by the looks of it, they would want it.
Envy.
All right, they're not wanting it, but look at the plays on taking down Envy's players. Yeah.
3 players falling down one by one. It seems that they have been eliminated, because I just saw the 30 teams are still alive, and apart from ChapadGanju's, probably NVs have been eliminated. We have to wait for that once we get to see if they are into the fight or not, because if that had happened, it is a very unfortunate turn-off event for them.
It definitely will be. Like, no one would be ready to see this happening in this way for sure. Well, Vortex is on the backsides, and Fortune, the players are pretty close, and Wolverine has been taken down. Needs a revive though. That's going to be a tricky affair. That's going to be really tricky. But Fortune, they're ready to take up the fights for themselves. Wolverine did get up a revive. All right, that's a good thing. But Khan has been taken down meanwhile. So it's kind of a trade that's going on. Khan will be finished down right now by Gaming. That was a good grenade, lofted it down. But look at Shoki taking down Vortex. So all the players are looking really good. But Shoki's been taken down from an off angle, and he will be finished down. Probably he's on low HP, might as well be taken down. Yes, Wolverine gets that kill and destroy, and Wolverine, these 2 players have to do everything as Voltrix is down somehow. These 2 players will have to take down on the squad that was looking really catastrophic in the previous match.
Exactly, they have to do that. If they have to stop them, the other teams have to come into the action and to take the fight with far noise. If the Voltrix has already been knocked down, but on to the another side of the fight, some fights are also breaking out, because TS are also onto the back end. Some more fights are erupting, because we saw in the area of Magnus, Pindi was also up against the players of X Generation. But let's talk about this fight that is already happening onto the northern half of the circle, with 4th Generation looking very strong, had a very good game, a very good outing in the match. But no, Tornado, you just cannot show yourself out in the open. He was just survived on the mercy, I would say, by the players of Qwerty, because had some shots connected onto his head, he would have seriously been damaged.
Well, the players moving up forward right now. Destroyer is coming, pretty close to his own teammate. He knows that he has spotted on the player. He did do a lot of damage. He's trying to just, get everything in his own favor. Tornado, meanwhile, low HP. And as you can see, the one player, Heather, was taken down as well. Tornado, now he puts up a first hit for himself. Destroyer as well. But look at that!
Gone.
4gen gone! By that, as RZx7E was there from the back end side. No one understands.
Exactly.
Gets up a revive.
Exactly, 7E doing the third party situation in this very northern half of the circle, and we are into the 18 minutes. We have seen some backstabbing motion being done in the map of Sanhok, and same is being done, same is being replicated in this map of Miramar. Did you ever expected this?
Well, I would say somehow I did, because these kind of maps just, call out for that. I mean, they call out for it. You
But
have an
seriously,
open
I
area
didn't.
They call out for an open fight, right?
Exactly, and the same happen if you are indulging yourself into an open fight. This is bound to happen, and this just happened, and we just saw a team being backstabbed, and Tornado, man oh man, he would be seriously upset.
Would definitely be upset, right, with everything just that has been happening out onto the fights. But now we still have to see and look forward to how they just keep on moving for themselves, as all the players are just trying to spot the counter pass right now. Neon still surviving and just still trying to stay on those back lines, and that's a good thing. But now if we can take up a fight, that's gonna be a really good fight. Let's see if they are they can possibly eliminate their opponents or not. Otherwise, their opponents are ready to take up all the fights.
Yep, they have to be ready for the fights, but it seems that the players of obviously one team are also ready, because he has been taken down. Neon, who was looking strong at the moment, has already been taken down by the players of Maximus, and it seems that they are in a real trouble.
Definitely are in a real trouble if you just talk about if we spell troll by them. But look at this, Sasi will be taking them out, right? So the confirmations are coming up, and that gives your opponents a chance as well to think about, like, should we take up the fight or should we not? Because it's a crucial time. You're still onto the 8 to 12 marker where you get one placement point, and look at this spray. All right, did not get any, but he knows the locations.
Yeah, he knows his locations, but RZx7E ESPORTS, they have to make an entry into Zone Thunder. For now, he has to travel 19 meters, and that's just because of that. He's trying to connect some of the shots on the players of Thunders onto the players of RedStone, but he was not able to take any other knock. But look at the players of Maximus. They are also trying to make an entry. Some other teams are also trying to make an entry, because Qwerty making an entry from the western side has been punished very badly, because one player has been taken out. Wolverine is with Destroyer is the only two men surviving. Vortex and Khan with that elimination. They already have 4 kills, but for now.
They do have the kills for their own self. But talk about this, right? They did eliminate down one team, like almost they did. I mean, there was RZx7E as well from the backsides, but they did take up a good fight. Now it comes down to these two players. How can these two survive, and for how long?
Exactly, they have to survive anyhow for long, because we saw them eliminating the players of 4th generation, so they must be pretty high on confidence, because, and this was the thing I was talking about, toppling Buggy can also topple you, but Wolverine was just not able to knock one more player. Some more shots onto that, and yes! Vehicle destruction, vehicle burst eliminates one more player, and that just leaves to one more player from the players, and this is not looking good for them.
Definitely not looking good for the players out there, but let's just think about it. Let's just think about it in a way as for these fights are going on. You know the chaos, right? That's just going to be just moving off forward, and the chaos is just here. It's a lot in the numbers. We'll have to see how the players just look forward to it. I mean,
so yeah,
if something wrong happens, it takes not you down but the whole entire team, and that's what the play zone is doing again.
and that kill was eventually secured by the players of Destroyer. So they are having a very good hold. They are not in a very good position, but they are pretty much conscious, and they're concerned the way the fights are panning out, and they are keeping an eye over it. Just because of that, they read the kill feed, and they just took one player more down. And this brings down to the single player surviving from FTE. The team that got the chicken dinner in the last match is starving right now.
Definitely, they are just, onto their own backlines, just trying to get the good things for themselves. Let's see if they are just, possible to get that. But look at that, pretty close. Low on HP, will be taken down for sure. All right, should not have stopped at that moment.
Exactly, you have to wait for that. But for now, Team Axe is also trying to maneuver their movements, and with that, one player that was standing from the players of FTE Scar has been eliminated. So that means that we are gonna get a new team in this map of Miramar that will be secured in the chicken. And with that, some more shots being connected onto the players of Maximus, as Psycho has been already taken down. Saturn, I'm just waiting. The kill soon be converted. That knock soon will be converted into the players of Axis. And Axis are also looking strong, because just 2 men strong, they have secured 3 kills.
We definitely are just, hoping for that to happen if it just, goes down to it. But look at that, with 7 teams surviving, 15 players alive, everyone just, trying to get onto their own areas. And just by the looks of it, the players are moving forward right now to get a good area inside the circle, good hold. But they are being spotted down from the other direction. As you can see, he has taken down 1. And with the low HP, needs to put up the first hit, but find securing kill a good option. Yeah, that is a good option right now, just, because you don't want a kill to be stolen down. And with that, one more team just gets eliminated.
Yup, RZx7E ESPORTS making an entry to the lobby, and with that, we are just down to 16-13 men alive. 24 minutes onto the clock, and soon a 7th shift. That means some more congestion, some more fights will be breaking out, and some teams would be making an entry in zone. And just because of that, some teams would also not allow the other teams to make an entry. And for that one team, Brekar are pretty much ready. But anyhow, look at that X generation. How are they surviving?
They are looking decent for themselves, but talk about this spray that's just, going up. Pan has taken down one, and that's going to be Taimur. He has been taken down as well. Pan still trying to take down a few players, but now the revive will be coming in handy, which is a good thing. Still, we have 6 teams surviving, and out of these, obviously, one of them is going to go for a good chicken dinner for themselves.
Pan should have made a push with the help of Psycho, giving a cover from on the backside. Had there been case, some pressure would have been mounted onto the players that were trying to suppress them, and Brekar could have been a back foot end for them.
That's true. That's right. That's right. In the way you have just explained it. But now it just goes on to one more thing, and that is to look forward to how the fight's going to be just getting forward, as the players are just out there. They've already taken on one. That's going to Hitman. He has been taken down. I mean, those were the players that were kind of just in the same kind of fight in the previous matter, but now they are against each other. So it's clear that only one of them is going to be coming out alive.
But they have to go into zone. They have to make an entry in zone, and 27 meters, 77 meter is the total distance. That also some of the teams have to make an entry. Qwerty, Team X Generation, these are the teams that have to make an entry in zone, and the way Team X Generation is trying to make an entry in zone, this can be deadly. This can be a fathom for them, as they have already been spotted by the other players.
Definitely, it has to be, a lot deadly for the players. But look at that, Wolverine gets taken down, but Wolverine, alright, his teammate was out there, Destroyer, he's on low HP, he cannot do anything. All he can do is try to survive as long as he can, because he's outside the circle, outside the white zone, and onto the sides of the blue zone, which is just coming up right now. But talk about Psycho and Pan, they have to move forward. How will they climb this area once their bug is just, on their own, the engine's just burning up, as you can see, and look at it right now, and they have to get up. It's really important for them at this matter.
Yeah, but X Generation, they have already surprised me with the move that they are trying to make. They have already impressed me. I won't be surprised if they take a chicken dinner from here, but because they are looking very strong, and they are up against all those teams that are just 2 men or 3 men strong. And with that, Pan takes one more knock onto the players of 7C, and it seems that they have been eliminated by some other team, because Dante's kill has gone onto the players of RS. And now is the time. Now is the time when obviously X Generation will be making an entry. And I just saw Psycho with that M249 min regenerated. Can this be a psychopathic move from him? Because if he makes an entry with that M249, the players of Rule Breakers will already be on the back foot position.
Already, they will be with that back foot area for themselves. But, it still comes down to their own calculations, if they are able to or not. But now talking about all the fights that have just happened, right? Still, it goes down to these 3 teams. Somehow, they'll have to do everything good for themselves. But Vegeta is looking really good. Out of the 7 kills of the team, he has 5. But talk about Fire, who's on fire, taking down Taimur. And Psycho goes up with that M249 to take down Lucifer for sure. And Psycho, he's just moving on to the same area again, trying to take down another player if it just happens. And his footsteps have just arrived. But M249, you can't take up a fight against an M249. It has a lot of bullets, and no one will want to stop with those bullets in their own hands. But look at that, Pan taking up a different fight in a different area. Both these players are taking up a 1-1 skirmish, but now Pan will be finishing up. Psycho goes down as well. Alright, Fire on low HP. He is legit on fire. Look at that HP that he has. It's just 10 HP or something. Taimur surviving. He has 2 kills. It's going to be a 1v2 skirmish, as the revive will just come out, and everyone has to either just heal up or boost up. They don't have the healings. 19 bullets. They don't have healings. How will they take up these fights with the bandits? Alright, they're looking forward to it. But Taimur, he had healings, he had boosters, he's looking forward for the fights. Fire, can he take up the fight, as he knows the location now? He has spotted on the player. He spots one down, but Fire gets taken down. Vegeta is the last one surviving. Can he take up the fight onto his own self? By the looks of it, he can. Oh my god! Taimur gets it!
Exactly, Tamur gets it for them, and with that, a chicken dinner going on to the name, and Tamur out of that 4 kill or maybe 5 kill, he secured the maximum kill for their number. But we were talking about the performance of RedStone. They were right there on the second position. We were talking about the performance of RedStone, that they just need to up their ante, and they were back with that. And Psycho with that mini generator M249, you just cannot stand on to that. We would not love yourself to be on that front line if your opposite one has that M249 into that. But what a game it was.
I mean, you have to think about it once again. If the M249 is just there, because it does damage, and damage is a lot. And think about the damage, right? Sometimes players will have to just look forward to it. Will it be good? Will it be not? Will it be okay? Will it be not? So it just gets into a lot of calculations and the callouts. But we'll be looking forward to what this game brings down. And again, after this game, we start off with the overall standings as well. So some teams have been looking really good. The other ones, they're trying to catch up. But overall, it might as well be a different affair to look forward to.
Yep, and talking about the catch-up, RedStone had done pretty well, and some other teams have also done pretty well in securing this chicken dinner, and also those important placement points that are awarded to them if they come the second and third. But FT, so we have seen this multiple time, a gazillion time happening, that once a team that secures a good chicken dinner, a good kill chicken dinner, actually falters in the next match. Hope so that FTE will be in that same momentum, the way the Primes were in the last game, because they were still undefeated and invincible on the map of Erangel.
Again, all we can do is just hope, right? All we can do is just hope, because if that doesn't happen, it might as well be a lot more detrimental for the players to just, look forward to. So now, if we just talk about it, let's just have a look at the match rankings to just, see where the teams are standing up with themselves and how teams are looking, as X Generation gets a good dot for themselves. 20-20-20. All right, well, that's how it looks.
Yep, 20-20, 60 total points gathered by all those teams that are onto the first, second, third position. Obviously, the placement points and kill points does vary with them, but the rule breakers were actually the lowest kill securer if we talk about all those three teams.
Yeah, I mean, talking about this, I mean, they did get that in the placement point marker, right? 20 points secured. I mean, the early stages, because this was the second game only. I would say 20 points is still like 5 kills and 15 points. It's still a really good thing to just, drop down for your own self. But talk about a few teams that you can just, look forward to out here. There were a few teams that did not get the placement points or the kill points. Like, it's their own matters of ups and downs. So maybe in the upcoming games, they'll have to.
And that was ChapadGanju, I guess you were referring to them, because they were just caught in the open. The moment they just landed onto that Miramar island, a graveyard was dug 6 feet deep for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it was. I would not say specifically ChapadGanju, because they had their good and bad games, but there were a lot of teams that had either good placement points or good kill points. That's how it was, just moving forward to it. These are the F19 Pro moments on our screens, and we saw the first skirmish that just happened. And after that, so many fights just panning out in the lands of Miramar.
Yup, and Qwerty was a team that actually took the toll onto the players of 4th Generation. 4th Generation had a very good outing in the last match, but were stopped by the players. Their momentum was stopped by the players of Qwerty, and these were some of the fights that were actually happening onto the hills of Chumasera, onto the southwestern side, where some teams are trying to make an entry, and just because of that, some teams were also onto the back foot, and this was the moment FTE also were punished, and on that single HP, that kill was amazing.
They did get good kills for themselves, right? Altogether, if we just talk about the fights as the fights were happening, and I would say we kind of just wanted to see these kind of fights just panning out, and they did just pan out around. But this was the almost the final skirmish that happened. I mean, Pan, he was surviving, then he went down, and at this moment, obviously, they knew it was their game. They knew it, that they had spotted on the place, and once they have spotted on the place, a few shots could have done the job, and it did.
And yes, Tamur drawing the final nail in the coffin, and with that, a chicken dinner onto the name and a good leap onto their number. Just because of that, they are just 2 points below FTE. FTE didn't have a good outing, but they are still holding the stronghold of first position, followed by Rules Breaker. RedStone is also trying to make an entry, but the point difference between RedStone X Generation 7E Esports 4th Generation is not pretty much.
It's not a lot, but it will be like talk about Qwerty, talk about Maximus, right? Even one good game can get them to top 3 easily.
Exactly.
It's just like that, and it can happen like anytime soon. Talk about 13 to 34, and then there's 9 points, 9 points. So one good game for these teams as well, till the 10th position can get them to a top 5 skirmish, and they want that, right? So maybe we'll be seeing that thing happening really, really soon.
So every team apart from Magnus 111 has played all the games, but Magnus 111, man, what is happening with them? They have just lost 2 games out of the 5 games that are to be played for today. With that, we will be witnessing all the 3 games, but I'm not able to understand why Magnus 111 are missing all those games. But some of the teams, like for example Esports, the 2 matches they have played, that they have just been able to secure 1 point. This is not acceptable, Ocean.
This definitely is, but maybe in the upcoming games we'll be just looking forward to how the things just happen for the teams and for the players as well. Because again, we'll be moving on to the lands of Erangel. Then obviously there'll be a Sanhok and then Erangel once again. So the Erangel is something that gets you to your OG game style, your OG gameplay scenario, and the players will be just looking forward to that one for sure. So with this one out of the equation, we guys will be heading on to a really short break. You guys just don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll see you after this.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Welcome to Karkin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karkin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karkin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refine pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karkin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here. But be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch, making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al Habar, which is the largest urban area in Karkin. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Karkin. This is the perfect spot to search for weapons, making it my personal favorite. Next up is the city of the West, Bashara. It was a city congested with residents, with tall buildings providing convenience in observing the surrounding movements. Just make sure not to lose your directions here. Our final destination is the cargo ship, Located at the southwest corner of the map, this ship has been idle here for like forever, and has already been abandoned. Yet there are still goods that remained here. However, due to the gigantic size of the cargo ship and the containers, this place no doubt becomes a place to rumble. Don't you feel the excitement already just thinking of it? Besides these urban areas, Karkin also houses many such little buildings. Rumor has it that there's another passage beneath these buildings, as well as a huge space beneath Karkin. Well, it's up to you, believe them or not. Alright, your Karkin tour is now closing its curtains. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Pakistani, sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. My name is Felix Commander, alongside me is Ultimate, and I can see he's smiling because now he's gonna cast games with me. He is.
No. Well, talking about this one, right? You can see the flight path coming out from the sides of backsides of Yasnaya, Polyana 2, Hospital, George Pol, Rozok, School are going to be good areas to drop down. And I would want a military base circle. I wish we get one.
And Ush, can you do me a favor? Can you pick up rap god or what's his name? What?
Well, I mean, talking about the areas around sides of Yasnaya too, just, moving up forward to Pochinki and all those areas, I would say, again, if the circle goes down south, that's going to be a really good thing. But still, we'll have to look forward to and see through it, how the circle just, moves around, because circle, it has its own mind to play against the people. So, let's see how that happens, and let's just see, how the things just pan down. But well, oh no, okay, that's bad. That's bad. That's I don't know. For the teams, that's good. For me, that's bad. I wanted to see a military circle. The
Yeah.
circle just left military base as a whole.
True. So, at this moment,
You know why I hate you, Shivansh? That's why.
Why, man? You told me that you like me, you like my jokes, but oh man, come on, this is not fair.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was lying. I know. You don't hate me. I am sure. Like you'll love the way I crack jokes.
Love the way you lie.
No, man. I love the way. Okay, no. The way. Where was
Let's
I?
not sing here. But otherwise, the audience will just go away. They're like, no.
My voice is sweet, like the chicken dinner, but it's spicy. Okay. Let's talk about the rotations. We have the players of Team Envy as well as the players of ChapadGanju in the same vicinity. They are saying hi. Are you rotating? Yes, we are. Okay, let's go to our favorite drop locations because they are pretty far away.
Yes, I mean they are just pretty far away from each other. But now let's talk about the fights that are going to be happening on the sides of Yasnaya, because we again saw the cluster just going around Yasnaya, which obviously is you can say it's a bad thing or a good thing, but altogether it is something that the fights would just break down here.
Okay, if you're talking about breaking down, I think so. Kareem just want to break down the legs of the player of X Generation because he is running into the open area. Kareem, he has that UAZ, but can he able to knock out one player? And the answer is no. He's just running away.
is just running away as of now, and with that just going down for the fights. We'll have to see how the fights just go down onto the players, as just we talked about Kareem, right? So being spotted down, it's okay. But if you spot your opponent down as well, it just becomes a matter of a thing that who shoots first.
Yeah, who shoots first? That's the main thing. And you know what? If you start firing first, it doesn't matter that you're going to get the knock. What matters is your shot should connect onto your opponent's head or body.
I mean, that's important, right? That obviously is important with everything. If we talk about the players and the way they are just staying on their own areas, the early skirmishes have begun, and with that, it just gives a few players to just cherish out for themselves. Otherwise, it just does not at all.
Yeah, let's see. Meanwhile, Tiger OP, his teammate need a revival, but right now the player is pretty far away. Tiger OP spotted down Hamid, and he is using Mini 14 on a holo sight. And trust me, holo sight is not a good scope in my personal opinion. I usually prefer red dot on any gun.
Yeah, most of the players, I would say, most of the people do prefer red dot, even me as well. Like, red dot kind of just gives you a decent area to just look out around through the scope as well, because, it gives you an empty area. Holo, I don't know, somehow just feels a bit onto it. Like, that obviously is subjective. Some players want to prefer holo side because holo just, gets you to the pinpoint for your own. So, like, it gets you on the opponent that you're just looking forward to. So, that kind of a thing, that it depends on from person to person, for sure.
Yeah. One thing, Ocean, that when we used to play back in the days, like players, I heard a lot of things that you have to prefer holo sight on 7.62 guns, and you have to prefer red dot on 5.56 ammo guns. So is it true or not?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. That's just something that maybe people have tried and maybe have said. Like, again, subjective.
Yeah. Okay. Now we got it. So, if we talk about Pindi Esports, the players from Pindi Esports, they got severely punished because Hamid is the last man surviving for them. And for how long he can survive, this is the best question, because he is 400 meters far away from the safe zone. Right.
Yeah,
he has that.
So it just, yeah.
Yeah, he has that level 1 loadout.
Staying outside the circle kind of just becomes a bit difficult for the player sometimes. If you don't pay respect to the circle does not pay respect to you.
True. Just like real life, if you don't respect.
What circle do you?
I'm talking about geometry, right? My maths is pretty weak. I'm not like you. You're the maths teacher. Oh, so you can teach me. This is the perfect opportunity. Am I right?
What do you want to know? Like the area of the circle?
No,
Or the circumference?
Oh, I know circumference. I'm
Where
not that bad.
where are you looking forward to? Like 2 pi r or maybe pi r square? Like what are you talking about?
Oh.
Or
Okay,
you want me to make it into a sphere and then you're like 4/3 pi r cube, like for the volume. Like what are you talking about?
Like, I just want to cry. Can we focus on the game? I'm afraid of maths, and you too. Why you bully me? Like, sometimes you just keep on roasting. Do you think I'm a nice guy, man?
That's that. Now you're going for the jokes. Nice.
No. No, this is not a good. It seems like it was a joke, but it's not. I'm a good guy. I'm a decent 19 years old kid. Just trying his level best to cast with some of the most popular caster.
I'm not popular. Come on.
Oh man, you are. But if we talk about at this position, we can see two teams, ChapadGanju as well as the players of Maximus. They are going to engage in some fight. Fadi, that grenade could be more lethal, but you know what? Satan was like, I don't need nades. I'm good with my guns.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes down to that, as well as the players was just trying to find out a good area for themselves, and obviously the fights as well. So the fights will be just dropping down in a while, like more and more, because we don't see a lot of fights happening in the early skirmishes, in the early stages, and after that the fights just get the best hold of themselves, and that's how it just changes up everything. So maybe in a while we'll be seeing a lot of detrimental fights just going down.
When we talk about detrimental fight, Hassan is the one who just want to finish some of the players of Team Maximus, but could not able to do that. And I think so ChapadGanju, they got eliminated from the lobby. It's heartbreaking.
Well, in the early stages, yeah, it is definitely right. So no one would have wanted that to happen, but it just goes down to it. So maybe the upcoming games should be theirs. So, because they'll be losing on a lot of points if they don't, and this becomes important for this.
What is more important? Survival of Ahmed, because he is the last man surviving, and we can see BFR. Come on, he's the last player. You can just charge onto him. That one grenade. Okay, Tiger OP with his incredible roaring grenade just finished Ahmed and Pindi Esports, the second team to take an exit from the lobby.
Yeah, they definitely are the second team to just get an exit from the lobby. It's kind of early right now for the teams to just I would say go out of the lobby, but it is what it is. So you just can't just help it out, because the players, they are looking forward for all the fights. They are going for all the fights. They want all the fights, so they would not stop once till the fights are done, for sure.
Yeah. Can I say that it is what it is? Can I say that?
You already said that.
Oh, that was a joke, man. You have to laugh, like, if you want.
You already said that.
Yeah. Why I'm so weird? Sometimes my jokes are weird. Not always, usually they are good. But what we have, we're talking about good stuff. We have the AWM in the airdrop, in the first airdrop with the level 3 kit.
Yeah, that's the good stuff that obviously everyone would want to see and have a look at, because when we talk about the AWM and things like this, people want, like, players want chaos, and AWM it creates a lot of chaos with just one bullet in hand, and that just changes everything for the game.
But you know what? Sometimes, if you could not able to connect that one bullet onto your enemy's head or the waist, you could be in a bit of trouble. But you know what? Your aim has to be good. Meanwhile, Wolverine knocked out one player, and he was from Team NFP. So we can see that the fights are, some teams are engaging in some fights, but the kill confirmation is not yet there.
It's not yet here, but in a while probably it will be, as the players again just are trying to move from one area to the other, slowly and steadily, just trying to find themselves onto the good areas, good lines for themselves. And by the looks of it, I would say the players are kind of decent onto this one, and they are just moving forward with this one. But oh, okay. Well, I know now why Sherry just went for a U-turn, because they did spot down the players just moving ahead onto that house.
Yeah, and right now, you know what? At this position, RZx7E can do wonders, because they got the height advantage. It was Oreo is the one stopping the whole team, and Magnus, they are looking pretty good, but they are just dropped down with the 3-man lineup. And I love to say that, you know what, manpower is most important thing right now. If you're already playing with the 3-man lineups, it might possible that you are gonna lose a 5 minutes of 4v3 situation.
It may be just it may be just possible that it happens, because when we talk about these kind of skirmishes, these kind of fights, you never know what's just what is coming your way, and once it does, you don't know how to just get the best hold of it. So somehow it happens altogether. But talking about all the fights just out here, I mean, the airdrop number 2 has another AW. I'm pretty sure she wants to, I mean, like, again, talking something about the airdrop, because he wants to. But talk about this one, and talk about the Car 98, Mosin, sorry, the Mosin action that we just saw. I mean, they are similar, but they, like, all right, I want to ask the audience out here, which weapon do you like the most? Like, is it the Car 98? Are you still the OG Car 98 people, or are you moving on to the Mosin? Like, how do you just look forward for the fights once it's a bolt action thing? So this is one thing that I would definitely want to ask our audience for sure about this one. But now talking about this one, I mean, boss, well, he has taken down one player. Let's see if he goes for the fight slowly and steadily, as the players are pretty close to each other, and now all they need to do is just spot him down, take him out, and get those kill points for themselves. It's kind of important with the fights, as we are just talking about it. But now Thunder from the backsides, still looking forward to take down one player. Oh, the damage is being done slowly and steadily, but not on the player. On the vehicle though, not on the player. Now talk about Mujib, still trying to spot someone, still trying to take him down, and this is how it just goes down to it. And this is how the fights are happening. So that's just the way the fights have been looking forward to, and that's how the fights are. But talk about the circle, moving on to Yasnaya.
Yeah, the circle is now near the Yasnaya area, and you missed me. I'm sure. But right now we're talking about what we are missing. It's the fights because we still have 14 teams alive, and BFR. Whoa, Babu could not able to spot him down. Bat was the last man surviving, and he is against one of the best teams. And Fortune, they are gonna convert that knock into a kill. They already secured good amount of kills for themselves. Shoki, that was a risky move.
It definitely was. It was. But now let's see how the revive and how the movement just comes on. Because again, the buggy is out in the open. If they want to just sit on that buggy and then just move forward to. So everything you have to do right now should have
Yeah.
a plan B. It definitely needs for one.
Yeah, you know what? If your first strategy couldn't able to work out, you have to change your plan. But right now, if we're talking about changing in plan, fourth generation, I don't think so. They have to stick with the same plan because they already secured focus. They are looking pretty strong. But Team X generation, they are not looking good because now we can see a 2+2 split from their side, and it could be lethal. It could be lethal. But right now, I think so that they got a good hold on this fight.
Definitely did get a good hold on this fight for sure. And now with this one, let's see how the players just look forward to their own fights as they are. As you can see, so many. All right, the bullets were going down, but not exactly down, as they were mostly situated onto the sidelines. And you can see the grenades being used, the grenades being lofted down. So many fights happening, and with that one grenade, it did take down one player.
Whoa, man, X generation. They know how to use those utilities perfectly, because if you can knock down player with those one grenade, with that only one grenade, you are insane. But right now, Emperor need an insane spray, but unfortunately could not able to do that. Somehow he managed to knock out Psycho, but in the retaliation fire, he could not able to survive. Cool boy, the last man surviving for Team Dark Paws. And I am sure he's just gonna hold this position for so long until and unless the blue zone just gonna force him to move away.
What? What was that elimination? One grenade to rule them all, and it just did its job. Reback all of a sudden. Wow.
I could not believe it. What just happened? What is going on today, Ocean? You know what? In the first Erangel map, we saw a vehicle finish in the last circle, and right now we just witnessed a perfect grenade. Whoa.
And there was that as well, if you remember the way the second game's first fight happened. That also happened with the... Yeah. I don't know what is happening today, but whatever it is, it's really good. It kind of just gives us something different, something out of the box masala for the game.
Yeah, something spicy. We need spicy stuff. I don't know why these incredible stuffs are happening, because why these incredible stuffs are happening, because we are casting together. You know, the the vibe is so good.
I wish you could see the disinterest in my face right now.
Come on, this is not a joke. I'm telling the truth. We are casting together. You ever saw that? Ever happened that you saw a final kill with the vehicle? Not one, two kills in the last circle, just because of me. I have to accept. Okay, so you don't. I'm a bot. Sometimes I don't know how to control a stray vector.
Okay, I'll tell you. I've seen the final kill happening with a vehicle for the whole squad, and that was when I was playing against you, and it was a custom room, and
don't have to expose me, man. Come on, I miss. It hurts. You know what? I was like, oh, shit, teach me the game, and we were like, yeah, I will. I'm gonna teach you the game, and then you're like, ran over onto me, killed me from the lobby.
I remember the old days. I remember the old days when PUBG was just young in its time. Remember, you could knock down your teammates with a vehicle, and we used to do that a lot. Suppose I got an AWM. Sorry, my my teammate gets an AWM. He immediately becomes my opponent. I just take down the vehicle, just put it on, and it just all right. Those were good times.
Those were literally good times. But right now we're talking about good times. Team 17, the teams of Maximus, they are literally having a good time because they already secure 4 kills, and they just pin down the players of Team FT. They already got knocked. So right now they are in a good position. They got a good hold in the circle. Meanwhile, 4th generation Heather on the receiving edge, he got knocked out while rotating.
Yeah, he did get knocked out while rotating, and after this one, you can see Fortune. They're looking really good. Fire will be taken down as well. Well, Fire's out, Lucifer's out. Now what is next out of their minds is they're taking all the fights for themselves. That's brilliant. And now talk about one. RZ's Vegeta is onto the backside. He has a smoke for his own cover, but that smoke also potentially invites enemies.
True. You know what? Sometimes that if you pop a smoke for yourself to make an extra cover, sometimes it might help you, and sometimes it doesn't. Because now, after that smoke, people can spot you down. That okay, you're hiding inside that smoke. What if just gonna spray some random shot and gonna connect onto your head, and you'll get knocked out. But at this position, I think so. Vegeta, he need that good game. I think so. He's the last man surviving for his team.
Definitely needs that good game, and is the last one surviving for the team as well. But now, talk about this Destroyer, Voltrix Khan. I mean, they're onto the backlines, they're onto the backsides as well. Gaming, Shocky, Tornado, they are onto the backsides for their own fights as well. But talk about the circle. I mean, the circle, it should leave the water areas. It should leave. If it does not, then the circle is going to go south, south, south. Like, that's one thing that's going to happen. Let's see where the circle goes. So there are two possibilities of this zone, and this leaves the water area altogether. Otherwise, obviously, the circle was going about to go south. But now, once it leaves the water area, there are a cluster of teams at the edge of the circle, except one that's inside the circle. Let's see how the fights just go down.
Yeah, let's see how the fights would go down. But you know what? If this is an open circle, this is an open circle, and if you're in the center of the circle, you have to be prepared to absorb a lot of fights. Because if you're in the center of the circle, you could be the center of attraction too. Meanwhile, Shoki, I think so that grenade could be more lethal. But right now, he is prepared. He is ready to take a fight. Come on, look behind you, man. You could be taken out. Meanwhile, Vortex, he switched to an Uzi. Okay, this is really good because he is ready for a close range fight.
Extremely good for close range, right? It sometimes can be a close range god.
Yeah, can be.
Well, it can be, but I'm just waiting for the moment. I'm waiting for the fight. That's why I just stopped talking, because I'm just waiting for it to happen. Now the spot ages are out, and this is where the fight is happening. Vortex, he did get a bit of damage, but he did do the damage as well. But now he goes down. Gaming goes down. Trades coming up. Which team's going to get out alive? Because these teams have seen the clashes happening a lot more. They have been into constant clashes with each other.
True. Meanwhile, okay, we can see that push from the side of Shoki was unnecessary. Wolverine as well as Khan is the last man surviving, and at this position, Destroyer, who was burning alive. Meanwhile, Tornado, he has to do something because he's the last man surviving. And we can see the players from X Generation in the same vicinity, they are also got knocked out. But at this position, team Qwerty, they have to perform well because this fight is so important.
Definitely, they have to, just perform really good for themselves. But now talk about Apps just, staying on to the backsides. Now they feel like that this fight might just be theirs. Destroyer. Well, a trouble has just, come his way. It was a bit short, all right. So they'll be moving on to the backsides. They know that they are at the edge of the circle, so they can just, stay here, try and take up all the fights from this area only and only. And by the looks of it, they are just, trying to get the best out of everything. Let's see how it just, pans out in the direction. But slowly and steadily, though, it will somehow.
Yeah, it will. Meanwhile, Wolverine got a knock, and I'm sure the kill confirmation is going to be there. Destroyer, that Molly just dished out a lot of damage onto him. Khan, I think so. If this grenade connects onto Apps, or he'll be taken down. Meanwhile, Oreo got knocked out, and at this position, Khan, he is looking pretty strong. He's just charging. Now, Qwerty, they are looking 4 men strong. That jump shot was so good. Knocked out Khan, but I don't think so that he can survive for too long. Ash! Okay. Unfortunately, they survived their level best. They put up a good fight, but Qwerty, they won this fight.
Look at where the revival's coming up. Think about it, where the revival's coming up. Just by the edge of the circle.
Yeah.
Just by the edge of the circle. All right. Well, that's a revive. That's a revive that happens. Oh, Chips was trying to just spot down someone if he can just go for the revive, but then that player was taken down. So I don't know how they're gonna be just playing with one man right now. Obviously, they're in the top 6. That's kind of a good thing. But NFP, I mean, this team has been back to back consistent with good kills, good placement points. Right now, they have 8 kills for themselves.
Yeah, I told you in the pre-game segment when we witnessed the first game, before we witnessed the first game, that X Generation, they are pretty good with their consistent performance. They are showcasing the same thing. But at this position, what you have to showcase is the best game. right now, because at this position, Team Maximus, they got the height advantage. They are in the safe zone too, but they have to perform well. And Chips, his position has been compromised with Rahman. He's still waiting for that opportunity to kill him.
It has been definitely just compromised right now, but now looking forward to it. Hasi, still trying to take down the players. And if we talk about this team as well, they are looking really good with the 9 kills on their bank somehow. Wow.
Same reaction.
I mean, think about it, right? All the teams that are just surviving till now, most of the teams have 8 kills, 9 kills and all. That means every team out here is looking forward to the good fights, and they are getting the good fights for themselves. This is needed.
Yeah, this is really needed because your kill department has to be good. Otherwise, it could be punished. Meanwhile, we can see the players from RZx7E ESPORts, they have that height advantage. And the upcomer can knock out Voltrux, but Voltrux, he's just playing his level best. But no, he got knocked out.
It did get knocked out. Now it just goes down to how they'll be just looking forward to every fight for themselves, and this is where it just goes down to the final situations. We are down to the 4 teams, and all these teams are just trying to get a hold of the best fight for themselves. Hasi gets spotted down again. Well, level 1 best, and that too a bit damaged. I don't know how they're gonna just pull this off for themselves, but now it's time for the revivals. The throwables are coming up pretty close to them though.
Yeah, you know what? At this position, Maximus, they really got a good start. Now they really need a good ending too, because this player, Satan, he is on a rampage. He already secured 5 kills for himself, and his team, I think his team has 9 kills. And yeah, Satan just lobbed a grenade. Oh, he did that earlier. He lobbed a grenade, knocked out Destroyer, but NFP Pan is the one just gonna steal that kill.
Well, they are stealing the kills right around from their opponents, but now it just still goes down to how they're going to be just moving forward with the fights, when the fights are going to be just right on front of them. This is a high ground, low ground situation. Obviously, you guys can just have a look at this. So teams at the high ground in these kind of fights always have an advantage, but let's see if that advantage gets stolen away from them or not.
But the good thing is, when you have the height advantage, your head is the worst thing which your enemy can spot. So you have to be prepared for those headshots. Meanwhile, Satan, okay, is just gonna make that player gonna burn alive. No, they are in a good position, but Hasi is the one just gonna knock out Tanveer with his incredible grenade, and we can see that Qamar, he is still surviving. Whoa, Qamar, kudos to Qamar. His location is so cool.
Well, the location definitely is pretty cool as of now, but now talk about the Satan just moving up forward, spots down the players, smarts him down. They'll be taken down easy right now for him as he has 6 kills. Wow, that number, that's a humongous number. Spots another one. Khan's out there looking forward to the other fights. He now can spot down the player, but the thing is, it's too late for Khan. Is it too late for Khan? Will that smoke somehow help him? Yes, it might. Yeah, Satan, he did not look onto his right hand side where there are still players taking up the fights.
Meanwhile, Worry is the one who gave cover to his teammate, and you have to check those sidelines, because you never know where the shots are coming from. But meanwhile, the revival is there. Qwerty, they already secured 7 kills. They are looking 3-man strong. Voltrux, he popped that one smoke gonna bloom in, and it's gonna make an extra cover for them. But one interesting thing, we still have 3 teams left, so it's a 3v4 situation, and I think so one more player is still surviving from a different team.
Definitely, they are surviving from a different area for themselves. Obviously, with that, they can take up a good fight for themselves if it comes down to a good fight. But we'll still have to look forward to and see through how these fights pan down around everything as the players are just out there. As well, taking on Voltrix, trying to take every fight for himself. But the thing is, he will be taken down. The smoke ain't helping up right now, and I think with this 1v3, we might as well know who the winner might be.
Yep, we know who the winners are for this game. It seems like Maximus, they are going to win this game, because Rahman is the last man surviving for his team, but I don't think so he can survive for too long, because he's going to take some damage of the blue zone, because he's 50 meters far away from the safe zone.
Well, there's still time as of now. I mean, think about it. Hasi has an airdrop as well, just for his own self. Can get a fresh level 3 helmet and vest as well. He, meanwhile, the damage is being done somehow. Alright, they have spotted him out. They've pincered him down. Rahman takes down one though, but that won't be it, as the winner chicken dinner won't be his today. Not in this game.
Yep, not in this game, but Team Maximus, they performed well. they were prepared for this match, and they secured a chicken dinner for themselves, and they secured humongous points too.
Yeah, they did. They did, get good points for themselves. They did get the good chicken dinner for themselves. And obviously, just it just comes down to the way that they were taking up the fights. With this one, they'll be having a good leap in the points as compared to their opponents for sure. And that leap surely is going to help them out. It is going to help them out in a lot ways if we just talk about it.
Yeah, you know what? Now, I'm still waiting for that match ranking as well as the overall ranking, because I really want to see which are the top 8 teams who are in a good position at this position, because at this moment, basically, because only top 8 teams will qualify for the phase 3. So you have to perform well. Maximus, with an amazing performance, I think so. They are going to be in top 5 or top 6. Let's see if I'm wrong. All right.
We'll have to see through it. We'll have to see through it, right? Because their previous games, it kind of just affects the overall leaderboards for sure.
Yeah.
And that effect is going to be just showcasing onto themselves if we just talk about it. So we'll have to see where it just goes down with everything. But right now, if you just talk about it, I would say I would love to see where the standings of this match just take down the players, because of one more important thing, that is there were a lot of teams surviving as we were talking about it, with 8 kills, 9 kills, and so there were a lot of kills secured till the end of the game.
True, and kill stealing was also there, because we saw the players from X Generation, they were doing that thing. And Reman is the last man surviving for his team. So he secured 12 placement points and some kill points as well. So that was a really good game for X Generation as well as for Qwerty too, because they finished at the 3rd position. But I think so they secured somehow 7 to 8 kill points, which is really decent.
Well, it is, really good for the players if you just want to talk about it. So I would say the way these players were looking forward for the fights, they were looking obviously really good, and they love to take those fights. But talk about this, right? 16 kills, 9 kills, 8 kills. So here's another math fact for you. 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9. That's all that you can see out here. And then
Yeah.
then
Well,
8 kills and 7 kills. Talk about Axis. Okay, talk about Axis. They did not get any kill, but they got placement points. So in a way, you can talk it right that they played really smart.
Yep, they played retreat. That smart move is necessary in every single game. So if you not able to secure good amount of kill points, at least you secure decent amount of place points. But for Team FTE, this is not the case, because they have 5 total points, and out of those 5 total points, they secured 4 points by just collecting some kills.
Well, it might as well just, be one of the things as we just talked about it, but not talking about everything that has been just, looking onto. Let's see where it will just, take down the players onto their own rankings, because there are a few teams that, tried their level best, but after that also, it was a matter of ups and downs.
Yeah, it was a matter, and we have the Oppo F90 Pro moments, and this was the case when after this fight, ChapadGanju take an exit at the 1st position. But this was a really decent fight, because 4th generation, they eliminated the last player of RedStone instantly, and then Qwerty in the 3rd party, they eliminated 4th generation after a really good fight against them. So after the fight, Qwerty just inside the circle, but just because of that lower ground, just because of that height disadvantage, they could not able to survive too long, but still they managed to secure the 3rd position.
They did manage to secure the 3rd position, but this is where the fights were going on to their end points, as the players were being spotted down, taken down, hunted down, shot down, as that's how the fights were happening. The lower ground, high ground fight, again, it just became one of the things that we were just talking about and were worried about, but altogether it was a good fight to be seen.
It was a good fight, and to be honest, Ushin, Maximus secured 31 total points after this particular map. But we have the overall ranking in front of us. X Generation leading the charge with 45 points. Maximus just 1 point far away from them. But X Generation, due to that consistent performance, they are still on the 1st. Could not able to secure the signal chicken dinner, but still they are looking pretty good.
With this kind of performance, I would say they don't need chicken dinners. They need to be consistent. They're doing it in their own ways. Well, if they get a chicken dinner, obviously that's even big of a boost, right? Because think about it. We have done with 3 games. In 3 games, when a team with 1 chicken dinner is getting to 23 placement points or 22, like that kind, they are with 24 placement points without a chicken dinner. That means in 3 games they have been consistent altogether.
Yep. Altogether, and just because of that, they're still on the top. But Pindi eSports, they are at the 16th position. still with only 1 total points, but I'm sure they are gonna improve because still they have 2 games left. Today they have still 2 games left, but let's see how they're going to perform in those 2 games. And one of them is Sanhok map, and the last game it is going to be the Erangel map. So yeah, it's going to be very, very crucial for you to perform well if you want to see you in this first page of overall ranking.
Exactly, it will be really, really crucial. But with these games out of the equation, I would say, that Sanhok and Erangel, I would love to see how those Sanhoks and Erangels just, go down, because Sanhok, again, probably a fast-paced map, and then Erangel, obviously the OG map that we would just want to see.
After this incredible game, we need a little bit of breather. So we go on a short break. Coming right up, it's going to be the Sanhok map.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, if you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going.
Welcome to Karkin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karkin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karkin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refine pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karkin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here, and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here. But be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch, making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al Habar, which is the largest urban area in Karkin. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Karkin. This is the perfect spot to search for weapons, making it my personal favorite. Next up is the city of the West, Bashara. It was a city congested with residents, with tall buildings providing convenience in observing the surrounding movements. Just make sure not to lose your directions here. Our final destination is the cargo ship, located at the southwest corner of the map. This ship has been idle here for forever, and has already been abandoned. Yet there are still goods that remained here. However, due to the gigantic size of the cargo ship and the containers, this place no doubt becomes a place to rumble. Don't you feel the excitement already just thinking of it? Besides these urban areas, Karkin also houses many such little buildings. Rumor has it that there's another passage beneath these buildings, as well as a huge space beneath Karkin. Well, it's up to you, believe them or not. Alright, your Karkin tour is now closing its curtains. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, we got it, we did it! I know you'll be there for me.
I'll always be here.
Whoa! How you? Yes! Thank you, bro.
Hello guys, welcome back to PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Pakistan Region Season 2021 and sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. Woke up your fun. My name is Ankit and alongside with me is Shivansh. So how are you excited, Shivansh?
You can see that I'm very excited for this particular map after a long time, basically. We are going to witness the Sanhok map, and we witnessed the Sanhok map yesterday. So, after 24 hours, exactly. But, okay, the main thing is how how much excited you are. Yes, that's a perfect.
I'm pretty much delighted the way every team has actually panned out. Three different matches and three different teams. Today is a day that has actually panned out in a different way because yesterday we saw Team Prime coming to the action all along the way. But today, three different matches, three different teams. And obviously, some of the teams are actually performing quite consistently. We talk about the players of Qwerty and the generations. They are looking very decent for now.
Yeah, they are looking in a decent form. So as the players of X Generation and Maximus, let's see how they are going to perform in this particular map. So we have the plain trajectory in front of us. It's starting from the Kampong area, and it's ending onto the northwestern side of Camp Alpha. So every single part of this map is glidable because we know that this map is quite smaller if you are going to compare it from Erangel and Miramar.
Exactly. Yep, this is smaller if we talk about the comparative analysis. But for now, it seems that none of the team have actually gone to the area of boot camp. That means the fear of being eliminated and the fear of being wiped out at the very early stage of the game, if you try to drop in at the location of boot camp, still persists in the mind of the players. But with that being said, a very northeastern shift and close to 50% of the total area is under the water body. So we were talking about the excitement right off the bat. Here we are.
Yeah, we have the point to get excited. Meanwhile, two players, Lucifer and another player, I can see he's Sherry, I think so. He's Dante. He's very close to each other, and it might possible they are gonna engage in an early skirmish.
Yep, it is possible because they are very close to each other, and the players of R7E Esports, they didn't have a very good match in the last match, and they are looking good for now because they won't shy away from these fights. For now, it seemed that, but no, the moment I said that they won't shy away, it seems that they are trying to fall back because I can't see all the other four players in the vicinity. At the some point of time, we saw Dante and Shiri trying to envelop the situation. The way Lucifer is actually been encircled. Look at the way it can be in a sandwich position, but no, Sherry from behind, from backside. He has been punished, and Vegeta taking the first kill of this match.
Yep, he secured the first blood of this Sanhok map. So at this position, the players of RedStone, they find their first kill at an very early stage. Meanwhile, Vegeta, he also got knocked out. So yeah, you secured one kill, but it doesn't matter that you are
Exactly.
safe.
Exactly. The moment you take the shots onto the players, it is bound that you would obviously reveal your location. And I think Shivansh, this is the reason he has also been knocked out.
Yeah, this could be the reason. Meanwhile, we can see both the players of Redstone. They are in the same compound. Fire. He is firing some shots onto Boss, but Boss he has that incredible gun QBZ in his hands with that 6x attached on it, and we all know that that gun is so good with a good scope.
Yup. It becomes more lethal, but no, this is not the way you are trying to make an entry. And Shivansh, how many times have we seen this together? That players trying to go for the revival in that desperate situation and caught in the open, severely punished. And it is all down to Lucifer. Man, oh man, he is not looking good.
Yeah, we usually witness these type of stuff in the end circle because in the end circle, players are like, now this is the high time. If I'm not gonna revive my teammate, we are gonna verge of elimination. But at this position, it looked like that the players from Redstone they got stuck basically because now only Lucifer is the last man surviving. They secured one kill. It doesn't matter that you're gonna go YOLO to revive your teammate.
Yep, you have to go YOLO if you have to revive the teammate, but it can be a game end for them if they go for a revival. But from another side, Lucifer has been spot down by Dante while he was trying to retreat and back off. But the end result matters the most, and that is that one team has faced the elimination, that is of R7 Esports. They must be devastated with that.
Yeah, they must be devastated with that. Meanwhile, they have to perform. They have to perform well. But you know what? These type of compartments, you are gonna get decent amount of loot out there, but you are gonna get decent amount of fights as well. But if you're talking about fights, we are gonna witness a fight between these two players. The players from Pindi Esports against the players of Magnus. In the previous match, they secured 16 kills. And trust me, it's not an easy task. No, Maximus was the one. They got eliminated at the 10th position, I think so. Magnus. Yeah.
Yep. They also, I guess, they missed the first two matches, so it actually becomes important because after this outing, only one opportunity will be left for them. As we all say, the last match of Erangel will be on to the one side, and that is when we will see after the end of this match. By the way, the fourth generation Heather is trying to push. He can be taken down any soon, but no, Heather without losing any HP onto him, he has taken down Abso, and with the same place at the same time, he has also taken down Ahmed. So he is doing 1v2 situation with the help of some players from the back angle. Fourth generation are looking pretty much decent at this point.
Yeah, fourth generation, they certainly are, because they already secured 2 kills. But by the looks of it, the players from Magnus, they are just backing off, because I don't think so that they have good loadout, but they have a decent loadout, so they are ready to take some fight, but they don't have those health utilities. So yeah, backing off is the perfect decision.
Yep, you have to back off when you think, you feel, you have to support the gut feeling of yourself that this fight might not go in our favor. But for now, some of the teams are trying to just relocate and reposition themselves, and will be soon joined by the other players. And yes, Magnus will retreating, but one team that is not retreating for now is that of Qwerty. Qwerty looking very strong in the last match. They had a very good outing, but for now, it's something that Khan will also be taken on. And yes, he has also been taken on. 7C Esports emerging also very strong in this situation, and they are looking pretty deadly. But Destroyer, he just went down, and Hitman, he is striking the real blow for their teams. For now, it seems that all the 3 players are onto their feet, and Wolverine is the only man surviving. He has to give all those revivals or all those knock. But Shivansh, if this Ned connects, it can be a graveyard.
Oh, yep. And I think the Hitman just gonna eliminate the team Qwerty.
Exactly.
Qwerty taken exit at 15th position. They are the second team who get eliminated from this particular map. But you know what, Hitman, he is certainly a Hitman. He just live up to his name.
Exactly. He just flushed 3 players of the total 4 players that were trying to aggress, and that was of the players of Qwerty. Taking down the players of Qwerty in this fashion, in this way, was not easy, but it seemed that it was pretty easy for the players of 7C. So for now, in just 7 minutes of this game, they have been able to secure 7 kills. Can we see another decent outing that Arcadians did in the last match and in the last day of Sanhok? Can the R7 Esports do or replicate the same thing?
I think so. They just want to replicate the same thing. But meanwhile, we can see that X generation, they got a good hold. They got a good hold in the map right now. They got the height advantage. But will they able to get those knocks or kills? Only time will answer my questions.
Yep, we have to wait for that. But for now, it seems that a road is separating both these teams, that is of Maximus and Pindi. Maximus had a very good outing in the last match too.
Yeah, Maximus, they got a good outing. They secured the chicken in the previous match. Basically, they had a good, decent outing. But right now, if you want to do the same, if you want to get another chicken dinner, you have to showcase the same performance. But the players from Pindi Esports, they are literally struggling. They are at the bottom of the overall leaderboard. But that spray was so detrimental that that spray just pushed away to just back off. And Hermit, will he able to knock him down? Yeah, the answer is yes, and he just got to confirm that kill too. But on the receiving edge, the trade is there. On the other hand, players. They are marching on to them. PINDIESPORTS. I don't think so that they are going to survive. Oh, so that was so good. Saint, okay, no. Psycho still eliminated the whole team. True. But one thing. That is, they have to revive teammates, right? They have to revive his teammates too.
Exactly. Revival becomes the key here because you just don't want to lose your player in just this early half of the game. So Maximus, that team that was actually looking very strong, is somewhere on the back foot for now.
Yeah, they are on the back foot, but right now, the players of DP, they are on a good position. Envy, they are just rotating from the water side area because they know that at this position, the safe zone just favoring the almost 35% of the water area. And Envy, you have to be, prepared for those fights because right now you're very close to the safe zone. The second zone is in front of us. And what do you think, Ankit? Where the third zone just gonna pan out?
It feels like the circle will come towards the area of Camp Alpha. So all the teams that are trying to be on that area, it becomes important for them, and it has to because the circle, when it takes the second shift as it has taken, the water bodies goes out of the play, and we saw just because of that, and we were trying to be into the circle.
Yeah, and they are going to inside the circle. Meanwhile, we have the second airdrop in front of us, and we have the AUG inside that airdrop with a level 3 kit. And we all know that this is a luxurious weapon. You should pick up this weapon and dish out a lot of damage onto your opponents, knock them down, and confirm some kills. But for that, your aim, it has to be good.
Exactly, that's the thing that all these players that actually grind out day in day out because gunpowder has to be strong.
Yeah, your gunpowder, it has to be strong because you know what, Ankit, if your gunpowder is not strong, then you have to rely on placement points. But for that, you have to be inside the safe zone if you want to get some decent number of placement points. And that what team number 18, Dark Paws, they are doing. They're using boat. This is literally insane. You know what, Dark Paws, this is a risky move. But you know what, go for that risk, because risk it, then you'll get the biscuit. How was it, Ankit? That was good, right?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. That was good.
Risk it to get the biscuit.
Yeah.
It's good, although I won't be Ocean. It's good, although I'll just ask Ocean once you meet him or once you get to cast with him. But for me, it's bearable. It's bearable.
Okay, so you're not gonna roast me. Okay, fine.
But you know what? This game is not all about biscuit. This game is all about the flesh, the chicken dinner. How can you forget about it? Because the better you cook, the better you roast, the more spicy it tastes you.
Yeah, obviously. But meanwhile, for that, you have to eliminate some teams. And how are you going to eliminate some teams? Obviously, by knocking them down and confirming those kills. For that, you have to engage in some fights. And that's what these two teams are doing. The lads from Team BFR as well as the players from Team X Generation, they are very close to each other. And it seems like they are engaging in some fights. But they are using those drone strategies. And you know what? In front of Seiko, that drone strategy is not going to work out.
Yeah, the prone strategy is not going to be worked out because some snakes, if you try to become snake, just make sure that you are not being spotted. Once you're spotted, no other chance would be given to you in this map of Sanhok and this tropical rainforest. But Thug is also trying to be a very good snake. Let's see how good of a snake he would be. But Pan, I'm sure this nade would not connecting onto the players of BFR.
Okay, that trade was pretty far away. But you know what? Now it's a 3v3 situation for both the teams. Team BFR, they already secured 1 kill. So as players of Team X Generation, every single time they showcase that consistent performance. But right now they are struggling. Bad boy, look out for your sidelines. That was a risky move, but he did have a lot of damage onto Rahman. One molly, one nade, or that one single bullet can knock out Rahman, and Rahman is the
But
last man
be
surviving.
aware, dead paws are
Oh.
coming.
I told you that rotation was risky.
Exactly, and just because of that, Dark Paws into the action. It seems that any moment, anytime, they can be backstabbed. Look at that. 4 players holding 4 different angles. So both of the team, it can be a graveyard situation. And yes, Thug have been eliminated. And with that, it seems that it is looking very difficult, very disastrous for both these teams, Shivansh.
True. Meanwhile, Hassan, he also on the receiving edge, and this is a 3v. It's a triangle situation for all the teams. Meanwhile, Bad Boy, come on, knock him down, man. What are you waiting for? To be honest, that was a risky move, Hamza. That was a risky move. Now, Team Acceleration, they already secured, I think, so 3 kills, but they are looking pretty strong. Bad Boy, 1 grenade, and you can eliminate Acceleration. But Team DP, they just want some more kills. Oh.
Yeah, but with that, Umar is not stopping, as it seems that he has also taken 2 other players of BFR, that is Sheiko and Bao, down. That means the only man surviving, and he won't survive for long, as the players of NFP would spot him down and Rahman would eliminate. And this is the time NFP should retreat, because if they don't retreat, they can be on the receiving end, as Dark Paws are looking very strong, holding that high ground area, holding those rock. If they make a flank from this area, they can also encircle the players of NFP.
Whoa, as you just mentioned, the Dark Paws, they were looking strong. So as the players of Acceleration, because they secured 7 kills. Can you believe it, Ankit? We are just witnessing the 3rd zone start closing in. And NFP already secured 3 kills. They are true men strong. It's a 2v2 situation for both the teams. Frypan, my bad, PKG Fun. He can do wonders with that location. At that location, from that basically. From that.
Yes, they can do. But this nade, if this connects, that can be a deadly situation. But no, Pan, he just exposed himself pretty damn much, and just because of that, he was knocked down. But Cool Boy, a very good trade knock coming from the sides. And look at this, one more team trying to aggress, and that is of Tyro 110. They are looking very good at this point, because they are 4 men strong. They can maximize it from backstab situation also. They have been eliminated as one team from the backhand side, backhand. They have eliminated. BE has just eliminated, and this is a graveyard situation. Make this place a graveyard city, because we have seen 2-3 teams being eliminated in a while in just 2-3 seconds.
Yeah, this temple area is literally just opposite to it, because we saw a lot of teams got eliminated at this position. But right now, we can see the players of NV hiding inside that particular compound. 4th generation, they got a good hold in the Camp Alpha. So as the players of RB, they are outside the safe zone right now, but they are very near to the safe zone, just 10 to 20 meters far away.
Yep, and they would soon be in the zone, but some other teams are trying to make an entry. For now, most of the teams are in the zone. If we talk about Evil, if we talk about 7E eSports, we talk about a Rule Breaker. Look at that split, Tamur and Defaulter onto the side. Thomas still bearing the brunt of the blue zone. Yeah. So it's a strategy that they are trying to execute. Let's see if that happens and they go into the way. But ChapadGanju, they just need a very good game, and just because of that, it seems that maybe we can see some OM action.
Okay, we are gonna see, we are gonna witness. We would love to see AAW and AWM action in this Sanhok map. But you know what? That is literally rare, Ankit, because this map is quite smaller, and players usually prefer those SMGs, those M416 to engage in some fights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. We have to look after that, but for now, that
we still have 9
out
teams
in the
left.
open. They have to travel 400 meters into the zone, and this is not going to be easy, because on the left-hand side, we can see one team that is of R7 eSports will be obviously waiting, but ChapadGanju, just 2 men surviving, because Hassan has already been eliminated, but Dante has already spotted on his open. It seems that, yes, one player has just been brought down to 10 HP, but this is also not a situation that 7E eSports would be looking up for to find themselves up into, because Hitman and Dante, the only men surviving, and will the revival be possible? That's the question, because Circle has already made a shift, and the blue zone, that means no, Dante has abandoned his player. Hitman would soon be bleeding off by the brunt of the blue zone, but will the players of ChapadGanju make it to the circle, make it to the safe zone? That's a question that will be answered in soon.
Yeah, that we answer soon. Meanwhile, if you're talking about answering those questions, Dante, he has to answer that one question: that why are you doing that late precision? That's not helping you out. You're 300 meters far away from the safe zone. You're receiving a lot of damage, and we all know in Sanhok map you have to respect that play zone. So as the airdrop, and Toma, he did the same thing. He picked up that AUG as well as the level 3 kit from the airdrop. He's the last man surviving for his team. He's the last hope. But I know that this last hope will survive for so long.
Yup, he has to because in order to get that to make that possible, the only man surviving has to pull off some blinders. But one more team that has aligned one-on-one onto each other, and that is of RZx7E Esports up against the players of fourth generation. We can see all the players trying to just scout all those players and all those area, and this can be a classical 4v4 fight. And it seems that they are into circle, so they can afford to lengthen these fights for maybe 1 or 2 more minutes, but not more than that, because we have seen already that if that happens, backstabbing like situation, or maybe third party like situation, or maybe sandwich situation does for sure happen in the map of Sanhok.
Yeah, but right now, fourth generation, Heather, he spotted down one player. Mayab is the one, but he was holding that molly. But you know what? That second thought, just because of that second thought, he switched onto M4. If you're not ready for the fight, you have to use those utilities. I don't know why he did that, but Heather, he's looking pretty good. He already secured 2 kills. He is boosted up, and from another location, he got knocked out, and he is on the verge of elimination.
Yup, he can be eliminated, but it seems that no, Mujib is just going for the revival. But sensing this moment, sensing the opportunity, fourth generation is just trying to make a push, and just because of that, Khamar is just ensuring that the players, if they come from that side, already the damage would have been inflicted because he just flushed off that molly. But a very good decision from fourth generation, because they are not coming in the open. But look at that, Shoki was just burning.
Oh man, he's just burning alive. That grenade! Okay, he had just cooked that grenade for too long, but it did work. It did work.
Oh, 2 players!
Wow. But
Two players from that same grenade. Man, oh man, a very precise, a very well cooked grenade. He is doing some wonders, but a cover fire coming on from the sides of fourth generation Choki. He's seen that, yes, he has taken down the fights down his way, but in that, a collateral damage like situation has been done for other teams. But no, Mujib from another angle is coming just to rescue his team. If this revival goes into the action, this can be a game. But no, Shoki, he can also be taken out. But no, Shoki just rescues his team. And anyhow, they have been able to survive. But this fight is looking still very dangerous, as some players are still in that vicinity. The fight is still on.
yeah, the fight is still on. The hunger is still there. But okay, Shoki, man, oh man, you should put down that Thompson, because you are doing a huge amount of damage. But unfortunately, just because of that castle burst, he take an exit. But the good thing is he already secured decent amount of kills for himself as for his team. Now we are just brought down to 5 teams. 10 players are there, and if my mathematics are good, for every single team you have an average of 2 players.
Yep, but let's see how many players are getting those advantage. But we have seen Tyro, they are still 4 men strong. That means rest of the teams are just 2 men or 1 man or 3 men strong. But the strongest team, it is seemingly liking that Tyro are looking very strong. Shivansh, we have seen from this match, the moment that started, Tyro are just going for all those sandwich positions, all those backstabbing positions where they can actually capitalize, and they are just trying to make the most of the fight.
Yep, he is doing a lot of work. Meanwhile, you know what? That name, Satan, he scares me a lot, because in the previous match, he almost secured 9 to 10 kills. But on the other side, Hussey, he got knocked out in the open. Hash is the one just going to pick him off. But could he be able to knock him down? Could he be able to finish that kill? And the answer is yes.
Tyro!
Whoa.
Kill steal!
Yeah.
Oh
I was about to say that. But the interesting thing is, again, for every single team, you have at almost 2 average players, because now we have 4 teams, 8 players. Alike.
Satan is the only man surviving from Maximus. He has to take this fight. He has to take all these fights. But then look at that. He's up against that team. that has the pick and choose attribute, and he is just trying to make the most of it. Was trying to make the most of it, I should say, because he has been eliminated by one team, and that is of FT. FT just took the first chicken dinner of the day. Can this be a moment for them?
This could be the moment for them. Meanwhile, we can see the players just were healing them up. As I just mentioned, Team FTE. This could be this has to be their gameplay. This have to be their gameplay. But meanwhile, Ash, what do you think, Ankit? With this M762, would he able to dish out a lot of damage and confirm some kills, or not?
He has to. He has to. Anyhow, he has to, because Envy till now they haven't performed good. This is the moment, because if you are going down, closing down to the wire, if you are coming this close, you have to take the chickener. But look at that. Circle has gone straight away to the players of Tyro, and those compounds, they are going to do wonders with the help of those.
Yeah, they are gonna do wonders. Meanwhile, we can see Scar just healing him up, doing a heal battle, but with those 2 first aid kits, I don't think so. It's going to be an easy task.
Sooner or later, we'll be seeing the players soon taken down one by one with the help of Playzone. But Scar, can he make the zone? It seems no. The answer is no. But before that, he also took that M416 into his hand, just in order to ensure that one knock maybe that help him them. But no, one more kill steal that could have gone into the favor of Playzone. Zan from Tyro has been taken down, and this match is down to 2 teams and 5 total of player, because Envy, the 2 players are still surviving up against the players of Tyro, but a nade from Sexy Pistol has already taken him down. This can be a deadly move.
Which team secured the chicken dinner? That's the main question. What just happened? One grenade knocked out one player. That spray was so good. The players was hiding behind the tree. But that cover, the tree is not a good cover for him. That's why he stayed prone down. He was like, I'm not gonna get out. I'm gonna confirm that kill.
Exactly. Yup, gonna confirm that kill, and with that kill, they have just come up with that chicken dinner. So 4 games, 4 matches, and 4 different teams panning out. Obviously, some of the teams are consistently performing well, but the best part is that all of the teams have been able to hold that hand and get close to the platter of chicken dinner served onto the face of them.
True. They are gonna enjoy that chicken dinner. Team FTE. They were so good throughout the map. But you know what? I just wrote down the movement of Team FTE. You know what? They were staying on the edge of the zone throughout the map. Like they were like, we're gonna stay on the edge. Then whenever it's the right time, whenever we found the perfect opportunity, then we are gonna secure some kills. That's
and that actually helped them.
Yeah, that's really helped them to secure the chicken dinner.
Yes, it actually helped them secure that a good total points and good number of kills. But some teams have actually been performing good, and I'm actually impressed the way Tyro went on to this game, went on to the strategies that actually brings you and actually begs for you, because in Sanhok you just cannot go all guns blazing, because the moment you go, you not only just secure the kills onto your opponent end, but you also attract all the from all the direction. That was not the case that Envy did, but Tyro with that chicken dinner, 15 placement point, 8 kills, and total of 23 points. Maximus, a good kill points, or total points of 15, and FTE again with that total of 15 points. So FT has been consistently playing well throughout this 4 matches.
Yeah, FTE consistent. But you know what? If you're talking about consistency, Fourth Generation is perfect name, because they are on the 6th position with total 11 points, which is literally insane. Meanwhile, ChapadGanju on the 9th position, Qwerty. A bad outing for them.
Yeah, we saw them being eliminated in the very first half of the game by the players of RZx7E ESPORts, and that was I guess the first squad wipeout of this game.
Okay, let me think. No, they were the second. The first team who got eliminated, it was PINDIESPORts.
Okay.
I think so. RedStone. RedStone, they were the one, right? RedStone, they were the one.
It was right in front of you.
Yeah. I was like, I should wait for that Oppo F19 Pro moment. And this was Pro moment. This was certainly was Pro.
Yup, these were all the moments because these were the moments that actually helped the players, helped the teams to emerge victorious in this match.
Yeah, and we can't miss this fight because this temple area was literally got filled with those players, those teams, and that grenade from the side of Tornado was also good, but could not even survive too long because the whole team just marched onto him. So as on Shoki, he secured 4 kills. At that position, his team secured 7 kills, and just because of that, they secured total 11 points in this particular match.
Yes, total of 7 points in the match, and just because of that player. But that final finish onto the way, and with that, we are heading towards the overall ranking after this 4-game. Maximus topping the chart with 4 matches, 1 chicken dinner, 31 placement points, 28 kills, making a total of 59 points, but not much far behind is a team that is FTE, a total of 54 points, followed by X Generation. But Rule Breakers, look at that, just 7 kills, the least in the first half of the table. They have not even got to this total of 10 kills or the double-digit figure, but they have played brilliantly with the placement point, and this actually becomes important. If you don't get kills, you go for the placement points.
Yeah, you know what? If you think that your kill department is gonna lack, if you're gonna engage in some fights, you will get eliminated. Just focus on those placement points, and that's
Exactly
what they are showcasing. But after this particular map, Tyro, they jumped on to the 8th position with an amazing chicken dinner. They secured 32 points and not that far behind from the team who is on the 9th position. They got 30 points, but Qwerty, they slipped down on the 7th position, so they have to perform well because now it is going to be the last match for today.
Yep, we will be witnessing all these actions, but before that, we are gonna take a short breather. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Welcome to Karkin. Today, let me guide you on an in-depth understanding of this 4-square-kilometer humble island. Before stepping into Karkin, you may have already heard about the intimidating Demolition Zone. In Demolition Zone, buildings will be destroyed into smithereens. But rest assured that today's tour will be a safe one. Karkin might be a small island, but the textile industry of the island works as a crucial financial support for the entire island. Our first attraction is Al Haik. Al Haik is a medium-scale town, and people who lived here refine pigments for a living. Then those pigments will be sent to Hadika Nemo for dyeing. Skyscrapers are scarce in Al Haik. Compared to other urban areas, there are fewer visitors here, which makes looting easier. It's a perfect choice for a team of 4 in search of adequate equipment supplies. We'll be walking by the sea, and our next attraction will be Hadika Nemo, which serves as the port of importing raw materials of Karkin. Imported textiles are dyed in vats filled with multiple colors and distributed to the factories. If you want to choose this place as your landing spot, then it's recommended that 1 to 2 players in your team land in the containers area, as they can easily find combat supplies here and head to the city to support their teammates. In the middle of our journey to Al Habar, we'll be passing by an enclosed warehouse. You will need to use sticky bomb to blast the walls that look less solid to get in. There's always something nice in here, but be careful, as one might not want to hide behind those walls during combat, because those unmaintained walls can be easily penetrated with just a touch. making you susceptible to attacks from enemies and exposing you to dangers. The next stop is Al Habar, which is the largest urban area in Karakin. There are many residents, hence the numerous high-rising residences. No doubt this place will be a popular spot in the future. Our next attraction is the port city of Bar Shahir, which stores and exports goods of Karakin. This is the perfect spot to search for weapons, making it my personal favorite. Next up is the city of the West, Bashara. It was a city congested with residents, with tall buildings providing convenience in observing the surrounding movements. Just make sure not to lose your directions here. Our final destination is the cargo ship, located at the southwest corner of the map. This ship has been idle here for forever, and has already been abandoned. Yet there are still goods that remained here. However, due to the gigantic size of the cargo ship and the containers, this place no doubt becomes a place to rumble. Don't you feel the excitement already just thinking of it? Besides these urban areas, Karakin also houses many such little buildings. Rumor has it that there's another passage beneath these buildings, as well as a huge space beneath Karakin. Well, it's up to you, believe them or not. Alright, your Karakin tour is now closing its curtains. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, we got it, we did it! I know you'll be there for me.
I'll always be here.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Campus Championship Pakistan region, sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. My name is Phoenix Shivans, the Messi haircaster, and with me it's Ankit Sharma. So, how are you, my friend?
I'm pretty good. And with that, we will be heading towards the fifth game. But before that, what about the reason behind the Messi here? Didn't you combo or didn't you take the bath?
Man, this is my hairstyle. Like, sometimes it's
Trying to be the OG.
yeah, just want to copy Johnny. You know, he's like he's the one who just told me how to dress properly. But we just want to talk about. We are not gonna roast me. We are gonna talk about the games. So this is going to be the last game for today. So Group B, they are gonna complete their half of the journey of this phase 2. And the main thing is, you have to be on the top, because, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to qualify, if any team want to qualify for the phase 3, right,
Exactly.
they have to be in the first page of overall ranking, because from each group, only top 8 teams will qualify for the phase 3.
So yep, you summed it pretty well. Top half of the chart, you have to be on that. That means you have to be anyhow on that 1 to 8 slot list. And some teams are actually missing out. For example, ChapadGanju's, and
Oh, yeah.
I expected a bit more mature gameplay, a bit more aggressive gameplay. But for now, it seems that they have not been able to. But still, they are not out of the league. The things are still out of the control, and they can still tap in the waters that are actually flowing out of their hands. And this is the last opportunity for them and the Erangel, the great leveler, the great leveler on your TV screens. That the flight path is on its way once from Severny to Novorupnoy. Can we see a Sosnovoka military base? Last time, Ocean begged for it, he was rejected. This time, I'm asking for it. Will I be rejected or no, or not? What do you think?
Like it's like your real life, like you got rejected from a lot of you know what I mean to say, but I would love to see
Hello?
it soon.
Hello?
Okay, sorry man, I'm not, I just don't want to roast you, but you know it's bro code, it's normal. But I would love to see a zone near that Primos or Ferry Pier or Qwerty area. It's going to be interesting.
Yes, it can be interesting if that goes to the. You're also talking about those all generic Western shift that we have seen till now.
Kind of like, let's see,
Okay.
let's see.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Okay. So
Tyro,
let's see.
same drop location.
Yeah, they are again on to the same drop location as of Severny as they have went. But Yasnaya Polyana can soon be in the air of contestation as RZx7E eSports and FT. We are very much close towards each other onto the area of Yasnaya Polyana. Rozok is already okay. Okay.
Whoa. Oh, so yeah, your wish got fulfilled thanks to PUBG gods.
Call it a wish, call it a prediction, but I knew that this circle, maybe, I had that gut feeling that is gonna be on the military base island. And what else better than military base keeping this as a circle? The circle has formed its way, but it seems that on the area, some area of Pochinki are being contested as the players of Dark Paws are up against to the players of Rules Breaker. Can we see a hot contestation this very early game of the stage in the area of Pochinki? I'm just waiting for it.
I would love to see an early skirmish between these two teams. But what do you think? Which team is just gonna get victorious?
Uh, it becomes important to actually have a split. And talking about that split, one team that is Rule Breakers, we can see in that minimap, they are having a good split. And with that split, only you not only get those good stronghold of the map, but you also get good loots. But the way they are just trying to encircle the players of one team that is of Dark Paws, it seems that they can be isolated. We have to wait for the moment. But once the knock comes, once the opening comes, we can see some fights emerging. But no, it seems that the players of Rules Breaker are not looking to break the backbones of Dead Paws, as with that help of Dasha, they will be rotating. And yes, they have said no to this fight.
Yeah, they're like, no, we are not gonna engage in any fight, any unnecessary fight. But right now, if you're talking about fights, we might gonna witness fight between Team BFR versus Team Qwerty. Destroyer, he has an AKM with a level 2 helmet and a level 1 kit, and he has that first aid kit. It gonna heal you up 100 to till 200%, right? Wolverine, he has an M16. And you know what? With that M16, you need a scope to dish out a lot of damage onto your opponents.
Yep, you just need a scope. Then it becomes actually important, and the gun becomes more useful if we talk about the gun on the meta of M16, because a scope actually helps you to dish the lot amount of damage. But for now, it seems that Wolverine is having a scope. We have to see once he just scopes in.
Yeah, let's see. Meanwhile, we can say Tiger OP. We all know that his grenades were OP, but at this position, he needs at least one grenade to knock out one player. Meanwhile, Babo, he has a pretty good combination: VSS and an M416 with a level 3 bag and a level 1 loadout. So yeah, it's a decent combination.
Yeah. Yeah, but talking about that, VSS is a very good gun, but you have to make sure of that bullet falls that actually doesn't connect, and the rate and the velocity of VSS is actually very less as we compare to the other guns. So the bullet drops is very much if we see in that gun. So if a team is actually trained how to use that, it becomes important, and he can make sure to take a knock. But for now, it seems that he's just trying to back off because the players of Qwerty are aligning very close to the players of PFR.
And we gonna love this fight. Khan, he has that Uzi. Oh, he received a lot of damage. He could be taken down, but Babo on the receiving edge too. Voltrux is just going to revive his teammate, but the backup is here. I was always talking about this player, Chico Destroyer, with his incredible AKM, dished out incredible amount of damage. Voltrux, he's gonna lead the charge, switch to Victor, just gonna reload that Victor so that he'll get 33 bullets. He has that extended mag in his Vector. Meanwhile, Destroyer, AKM, he has an AKM, and we can see Voltrux just going to knock out another player. Right now, Team BFR, they are not in the good position.
But where is Wolverine? He's still far away, isolated from all these fights. So in this fight, we can break down this fight into half. One fight is still happening onto the one side of Lipovka, and one fight is still happening onto this side. But that Khan is yet to be revived. He has been revived, but the way the players of Qwerty are just trying to pincer down the players of VFR, it seems that just two players. Mind you, two players are still surviving, but Qwerty are still 4-man strong. Sooner or later, Tiger OP and Bad Boy OP will be eliminated, and it seems that yes, they will be, because Bad Boy OP, he doesn't have even a first aid.
Yep, you need that first aid to heal yourself up. And you know what, Tiger, he can do wonders, because you know when one AKM headshot and a level 1 helmet can knock out some player. Destroyer, he is gonna do the same. But you know what, Tiger shouldn't have done that. You know what, you compromised your location.
Exactly, he had to, because the players were trying to come out in the open with the help of Jiggle and just avoiding those bullets, but they are just waiting for the last kill confirmation, because the last finish players have still not been finished off. Bad Boy OP, if he doesn't give any footstep, he might survive, he may survive. That is
True.
a thing that will be answered, but he doesn't have first aid. That means he has to take all these fight in just 50 or 60 HP that he's having right now.
And meanwhile, the blue zone start closing in, so he's gonna receive a lot of damage of the blue zone too. So I don't think so. The players of Team BFR, they are in a good position.
And yes, Destroy knows the angle, knows the place, knows the exact compound, because the players are trying to take the TPP, and Bad Boy, it seems that, look at that, he has no first aid, no medic, nothing. He would love to give this kill to the zone, or rather giving one more kill to the players of Qwerty.
Yep. And that is really good, because you know what, if you give one kill to that zone, if you give your kill to the blue zone, it's still good, because your team, then your opponents will not get any kill point.
But he has given the footstep as he just prone down, and yes, he has given the footstep, because on the bottom half of this ground, nobody expected that nade to go at that place, and Voltrux finishing things off for them. But one more fight has still also erupted on this Novoripnoy bridge, and it seems that ChapadGanju facing the brunt, facing the evil, they have been eliminated, but they have not been eliminated, because we still have 50 teams in the frame. But some players, we see 2 crates, that means 2 players have already been eliminated. Yes, Kareem is the last man surviving, and they are just down to the last player.
Yeah, he's the last one surviving. They're just down to only last player. And if we talk about ChapadGanju, they are struggling, to be honest, Ankit. They are literally struggling throughout the day. They just perform. They just want to perform well, but at this position, they are not looking strong.
Yep, they are not looking strong, because they haven't played their cards pretty well. But talking about that, first drop is on its way. Any team can have a feast, any team can have a day if Groza is in your hand. The confidence that this gun gives you is massive.
Yeah, there's confidence, as well as the fire rate is also insane. And you know what? I personally love this gun, to be honest, because the damage is also good.
Yup, it has a pretty decent damage if the gun bullets connect pretty well onto the players. But Tyro again holding that crucial compound that is very close to the area of Novoripnoy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I would love to see these two teams fight against each other. But you know what? Moving inside the safe zone, it will be their first priority. Otherwise, they will be punished. Meanwhile, look at the position of Envy. They are in the southern side of military base area, and this is literally insane. Because you know what, Ankit, if you are in a good position, if your backlines are clear, if there's no team near your sidelines or in your backlines, then you are safe.
Yep, you have to make sure that your backlines are clear, but it seems that the players of BE are just trying to gatekeep the situation once the circle takes a shift, and this circle maybe again would go down to the area of military base. But rules breaker, they have done pretty decent amount of thing, because they none of the team I think dropped down to the area of military base. But with that being said, RB are sitting in the dead smack center.
Yeah, they are in the dead smack center. But meanwhile, that rotation just gonna punish a lot of the players of RZ7E. You know what? If you sometimes you have to look out for those bridge camps. And this team,
Yeah.
X Generation, they are well known for their consistent performance.
Exactly, and they are doing so it pretty decently. But for now, they are having a very good tower house that they are just trying to decimate the players and people from out there. Dante has also been spotted by Psycho, but I don't think a rush would begin. But obviously, the place where the players of X Generation are playing in a split 3-1 split onto the area of a military base bridge. This is good.
Yep, this is literally very, very good. Meanwhile, oh, that headshot is so
Oh, yes.
beautiful. It was literally so beautiful. Meanwhile, Sherry, I just want to confirm that kill, but the distance is quite a lot.
Exactly. Dante with that car 98 shots coming into the action, taking out the players of one team onto the downhand side, and it seems the X Generation were in a bit of trouble. They can be in a bit of trouble because Tyro are onto the backhand side, and we have seen Tyro doing the third party situation and backstabbing situation. They can make the situation worse for the players of X Generation if they get spotted.
Yeah, they get spotted. Let's see. It's going to happen. Meanwhile, X Generation, they already secured one kill. We still have 15 teams left in the lobby. 52 players are still alive, and the zone will start closing in. The players from RZ7E Esports. Oh, that was literally close. Khan, man, this team is doing a lot of work. But Destroyer, he is on the back line. He got knocked out. Khan is the last one surviving. 4th generation, looking 3 men strong, and Khan will be taken down.
Exactly, and FTE also did a decent job in making this situation third party situation, because not only FTE was up against the players of Qwerty, but also one more team that was fighting one-on-one fight, and that was of 4th generation. And now this is the time with securing 2 kill steals will eventually help them in a longer run. For now, they are on to the 2nd position. Let's see if they will be able to make an entry. But the bigger question is how these teams, because all those teams are out of the zone and they have to cross the bridge, or maybe they would take the waterways. I will be more interested to see. But before that, Reback takes the players of Thunder, and it seems that Axis Esports are also on the backhand side, but Paraboy has also been knocked down, so trade knocks coming onto the way of each other players.
True, trade knocks are there. Meanwhile, trades are literally there. Meanwhile, Scar, he spotted down one player while moving inside, while doing the rotation. But why he waited for this long? Could have been dished out a lot of damage had he had sprayed that M416 spray or those bullets a little bit earlier. But right now, that grenade, it might knock him down. But meanwhile, Paraboy, he know where the players are hiding, and that grenade, that incredible grenade from the side of Scar, just gave him a knock.
Exactly, and with that, it seems that Axis Esports may be eliminated, but the way FTE are retaliating to this fight, this is amazing. For a moment, Paraboy was knocked down. One more player was on very low HP, but the moment all 4 players are strong, Scar with his AKM doing wonders, and Osama with that final kill taking that kill. But no, Tyro, they are just trying to make a rotation. And has Osama noticed this notation? Because if they have, there can be a serious damage being dealt onto the players of Tyro.
Yeah, he just couldn't test out a serious amount of damage. Meanwhile, the players are moving inside the safe zone. Oh, will he be able to? I thought that they are going to focus on those water areas. Meanwhile, Freeback, he's on very low HP, so as Paraboy, and they are doing the rotation from the bench. So it's still good. But the players from Team Maximus, they are looking pretty strong. They are in the same vicinity.
Exactly. Oh yeah, they are very close to the players of FTE. If they cross the rotation, if they make a bridge camp, this can be a situation. But ChapadGanju's last player surviving, Kareem, was into the waterway, into that ocean, into that water. So let's see if he would be able to find themselves in a good spot. But I was talking about this thing: Satan onto the one side, Psycho onto the one side. This is not looking good for FTE.
Literally, this is literally not looking good for Team FTE. Meanwhile, Satan, as you just mentioned, that he could. Why he's just waiting? He's just waiting for the perfect opportunity, but he revealed his position and he will get
A bad move coming in from the side of Satan, and just because of that, he has been instantly punished. He just scoped it in a very close range, and just because of that, he was punished. But the way the players of Maximus were aligned, it would have been a game end for the players of FT. And look at that reback, still receiving all those shots, but the players of Maximus are just not able to try to capitalize onto this situation. But it seems that Scar would also bleed out soon.
Yep, Scar will literally also be out soon, but let's see what is going to happen. Meanwhile, Psycho, he just got up and he sprayed down some amount of damage. He sprayed down some amount of bullets, but could not able to secure a single kill. This could be the moment. This could be the best moment for him. He can eliminate the whole team. Why he just backed off? Man, that was not a good move.
Exactly, and still the revival has not been given. And Psycho, what are you doing? You could have done things differently, but Reback coming into the action and trying to rescue the teams. He is just trying to take the fight and not let the fight go against them. But other players, they are retreating, abandoning the players of Maximus. Hussy, you just cannot do these things.
Oh man, you know what? This is literally not good. Psycho, man, oh my, what this player is doing. But that one grenade from the side of Scar. Scar is literally the savior of his team. Look at the position of Hussy. Why he is so far away from his team.
Why isn't Hussy joining this fight? Because it could have been a game end from the players of FT. Psycho barely on surviving 20 HP. He just took 2 players down. Had that grade not connected well, things could have been different. But now is the time when the circle is going to take the brunt and be a double whammy situation for both the teams. But Envy doing a good thing, because it seemed that Envy were not just interested to take in all those fights, but one team is going down one by one, and it seems that Tyro is coming into the fight slowly and steadily.
Yeah, Tyro, they are engaging in some fight slowly and steadily, but this is the perfect movement. Whoa, Paraboy, he has been taken down by Hussy, and I thought just gonna lob a low toss grenade. He's just gonna toss a high toss grenade, and I think so. The kill confirmation is gonna be there in just 1, 2, and the kill got stolen.
Exactly, Ahmed from the backhand side. Before that nade could have actually detonated, he just stole that kill. And Hussy would be seriously hurt with that intent coming in from the players of NB Ahmed.
Yep. Meanwhile, I don't think so that Hussy is happy with that. Meanwhile, look at the skin. That is literally classic, classic skin.
Yes.
But
yes.
let's you know what? I literally got attracted to that skin, but right now I'm.
It was so
attracted
good.
to
It was so good actually, Shivansh.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a classic.
It was classic. And you know what? I'm literally 19 years old, so I'm not that old, but still the antiques are pretty good, and I'm loving this zone.
So this
Look
is
at
an
the zone.
antithesis. This is an antithesis. You are 19 years old and you are still not old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
This is an antithesis. You are contradicting yourself in the same statement. You are 19 years old and you're not old. What is this, Shivans? Come on, man. But with that, Circle has already made a shift.
Yeah.
Only 4 teams into the circle. NFP trying to make an entry, but 4th generation holding the edge. Will they allow all those teams coming from the west hand side and from the eastern half of the circle? But some teams are bearing the brunt of the blue zone. And one team I would like to bring the notice of you is of obviously Magnus 111. These team already didn't play a 3 game of the starting, but they are trying to maximize and capitalize, and they can because they are still 4 men strong.
Yeah, they are 4 men strong, and we all know that you know what, men advantage is literally very useful in PUBG Mobile. But the main thing is those pushes, those attacks, those type of gameplay is literally necessary. And right now, all the teams, they are literally rushing near to that safe zone.
RedStone has just been eliminated by the players of NFP as Lucifer has gone down, but meanwhile some other fights are being erupted as MSG, that is of Magnus 111, taking fights against to the players of not only NV but also to the players of Rulebreaker, and one by one RB players are faltering on the backhand side. He should have cleared as the rest of the players of RB. Rulebreaker have spotted down the exact location, and with that one more knock coming onto the way of Magnus, this is not looking good for Magnus. They just need to fight out this fight because after this there will be no game for them in this week.
Yeah, there will be no game for today, especially, but to be precise. But meanwhile, the nades should be precise. Meanwhile, we can see Playzone dishing out a lot of damage, taking down a lot of players. But as I just mentioned, the nade has to be precise, and just because of that grenade, Defaulter got knocked. Emerged, the last man surviving for his team. Magnus, they are on the verge of elimination. We still have 10 teams in this fifth zone.
Yes, 10 teams, 19 men alive, and as you say, on an average of close to 2 players from each team. And just because of that, we can see the players of Magnus still aligning, still holding that area. But no, Tamur is just not stopping. But out of the smoke emerge with that Uzi spray, emerges victorious as he has won just 1v1 down. Can he just take all these fights? As Defaulter is the last player surviving from the rules breaker, and also Emerge is the last player surviving from this team. But no, Emerge is taking shots from another angle. He has to just be cautious because if he bleeds out, if he gets eliminated, it will be a wipeout for him and for his team. And yes, rule breakers, Defaulter finishes things off for them.
Whoa, Defaulter. Oh! Does Defaulter take an exit or not? If I'm not wrong. Meanwhile, Pindi Esports finally they are performing well. They secured focus. Now the revival is gonna be there. Now after this revival, Pindi Esports, they are gonna look 2 men strong. But after 30 seconds, they have to move inside the zone. Basically before 30 seconds because they are 150 meters far away from the safe zone. Tornado, last man surviving for his team, 4th generation. This team is literally unstoppable at this moment. But look at the position of Kareem. He is just gonna give his skill to the water. Just got drowned.
Exactly, you just cannot afford to breathe into the water. You just don't have the license to breathe in while you are still in that water, and just because of that, he just suffocated. But Dante is still surviving. Some teams are actually just standing 1 man strong, and we just saw the players of RZx7E ESPORT. There are still 2 men strong, Sherry and Dante from that team. But Penny Esports, if they have to make an entry in this zone, one team that is X Generation is not gonna be allowing them to make an entry. As 4 men, they are strong. This can be a game for them.
Yep, this could be the game for them. Meanwhile, Pindi Esports, come on, you guys have to perform always with his 3 kills. Literally, this man is doing a lot of job for his team. Right now, he's just going to give his kill to the Blaze Zone, which is the best thing. They take an exit at the 5th position. Kudos to Pindi Esports. Finally, a good outing for them. But right now, we have the top 4 team in front of us. 4th generation Tornado, as well as his team Heather, still surviving.
Yes, 4 teams, 10 players are still alive, and the strongest looking team is that is of X Generation, because Rahman, Psycho, Pan, Thug are all 4 men strong with supporting all those team members. Let's see how these fights are gonna erupt, because they are still holding the zone, but one team is also looking good, that is of Rules Breaker.
Yeah, Rules Breaker looking very strong. And you know what? Rules Breaker, they secured a chicken dinner in one of the map, right? Today in the Sanhok map, I think so. But one thing. Would they able to do the same thing? Will they able to repeat the history? Still perfect question. Meanwhile, this team, I always talk about this team because this team literally doing a great job. Another knockout from the side of X Generation.
Yes, and guess it was the map of Miramar when they just took the fight and that got the chicken dinner. But no, One team is not stopping X Generation. 5 kills onto the name. Tornado gets eliminated with the help of Pan, with the help of M416, and Heather is the only one surviving. But with that, one team has also come to the shore, and that is of R7E Esports. If they haven't get all those infos into their numbers, they can also take the fight. But no, Tamur takes down Dante. That means the last player surviving, that is of Sherry from R7 Esports.
But for how long? He
Exactly.
can survive? That's the perfect question, because in front of you there are some teams who are 4 men strong, 3 men strong. They are gonna totally decimate you. For that, you have to be prepared. Meanwhile, on the other side, Heather, he's still surviving. So as the last player of RZ7E Esports, as Ankit mentioned. Ankit, a literally fast question. What do you think? Which team gonna secure this chicken dinner? I'll go with X
X Generation. I will go to with X Generation. But if that happens, it seems that Heather is just not letting this happen. But no! The moment I said Rahman spots him down, takes him down, and with that, 3 teams, 8 players alive. With that 4 men strong X Generation, they can do massive damage.
Yeah, they can do massive amount of damage. That grenade, I think so. That grenade should dish out a lot of damage. But meanwhile, literally, X Generation, they are not afraid of a single thing. Sherry has been taken down. Another player has been taken down. Only the last man survived for this team. Rahman, that was an amazing approach. But X Generation, victorious. Chicken dinner. They secured a chicken dinner in this last match.
So yeah, X Generation with that chicken in this last match of the day for them, and obviously for this group. And the best part for today has been that all of the teams have emerged victorious, and we have seen some brilliant performance and some consistency. And you just keep trying, and the moment it just happens your way, you will be able to secure the chicken. A perfect example of you just keep trying and keep believing in yourself. If you falter at some point, you might be able to take a chicken at the end of the day. And this was the end of the day for them. And obviously, it matters how you finishes things off. And
True.
if you have to draw the inspiration from them, you have to draw the example from them. It is the X Generation with that chicken dinner. And guess what? Maybe 10 or 11 kills or close to that.
I think so. I'm still wondering how many kills they secured in this tough situation, because that grenade, that zone was literally out in the open near the shore area of the map, And you know what? If you want to perform well, you have to stay on the edge, as well as you have to clear out your sidelines as well as those backlines. Otherwise, you'll be taken down. But the way this team performed was so good, as well as PINDIESPORTS and the players from RZ7E.
Yes, exactly. All these teams exactly played the way they always wanted to. And once the overall ranking comes, we'll see how the players of RZ7E actually panned out their games and how many kills exactly 4th generation went into their way. But rules breakers also went down to the wire, where they were eliminated at the 3rd or maybe 2nd spot. But all these teams, phenomenal performance by them. The way the circle took a shift. And I guess RB was a team that was first entering into the zones, sitting at the dead smack center in the military base. But obviously, X Generation pulling things off, surpassing all these hurdles, and they emerged victorious with a chicken dinner in this final game for that group.
Yeah, they emerged victorious, but I just want to talk about one thing. Envy, they were the one who was at the good position before the 3rd zone, right? They were on the southern side of the military base area. They had a good chance. Had they had performed well, had they had secured more amount of kills, it would be good. But I'm still eagerly waiting for the match ranking. How many points these teams secured? How many points? How many kill points? How many placement points other teams got after this last match for the day?
Yes, we have to wait for that. We have to wait for the moment. But the best part is some teams actually gave a good show throughout the whole of the day. We talk about the players of X Generation. We talk about the players of FT. In this match, I guess they were just eliminated a bit in the first early half of the game. But rest of the game has actually panned out pretty decently for the game if we talk about all those 4 games. But let's talk about Team Qwerty. They have also been doing things pretty good. because one team that I really had expectation from the last group freestyle, they didn't have that good outing in the last game, but Qwerty, as we already know with this lineup and we are quite familiar with this lineup, they actually did some pretty decent job today.
Yeah, the old team F4, they just changed the name. The squad is still the same. So as the aggression, they are on the 8th position of this match ranking. Look, I always talk about this thing. Team Qwerty, they focus on those kill points. They always
Exactly.
focus on their kill department, but they just need to learn one thing: that placement points are also good. I'm sure that you know what, the main thing is team Qwerty, they have a lot of experience, but sometimes you have to focus on those placement points.
And yeah, we can see from the kill and placement points that rules breaker again going for those placement points. 12
Yeah.
placement point, 4 kills, making a total of 16 points from the overall ranking. We have already seen that this is the only team that is just on that one-way mark, on the single-digit mark, that has secured from the kill department. Maybe after this match they would cross the double-digit mark, I would guess. But some other teams that actually faltered: Tyro, Magnus, Envy, ChapadGanju, and RedStone.
Yeah, these teams, they have to perform well. Dark Paws, Axis, and Team BFR could not able to secure a single point. But you know what? This is part of the game. Sometimes you will perform well.
Exactly.
Sometimes you outshine us. Sometimes the luck will not gonna favor you. But it doesn't matter that you perform well or you perform not that good. But what matters is you, at least you experienced that thing. You got some amount of experience, and in future it might possible you could be the next star.
Yeah, we just keep trying, and we saw that trying attitude from the players of X Generation, just because of that they just got the chicken dinner. So all these teams, all those players that are still on the second half of the chart, things will obviously we keep changing for them. But that Dante's Car 98 shot, that was the F19 moments for me especially. But all these fights are included in this F19 moment. You know what, Shivansh, all these head popping moments in that just one bullet with that speed, it is enormously important, and that is amazing to watch out for.
Yeah, that is literally amazing to watch out for. Meanwhile, Oppo F90 Pro movements, we love to see that. That was, what was that? Like, literally, the man was hiding. The man just got thrown down near to that player, but could not able to knock him down.
I just talked about my moment for this match, and I was just trying to change that, because that was also the moment of the match. And with that, the overall ranking onto your TV screen: X Generation with that chicken dinner, 78 points; Maximus with 1 chicken dinner, 35 placement points, 33 kills, 68 total points; FTE also joining the frame. So there is not much difference if we talk about the second and third position, as also there is not much difference between the 4th, 5th, 6th. Wow.
You know what? The competition really is tough, because we know Tyrox still holding that 8th position with 35 points. Team Qwerty on the 7th position with 37 points. So, yeah. Sometimes it's
So, yeah.
important.
RedStone, I guess, Shivansh, they just faltered out today a bit. This was not a day that actually went their way, because RedStone, we have seen them qualifying recently. They were always on the top 3, top 4, top 5 chart.
You know what? But at this position, they are on the 9th position. But you know what? I am sure they're going to perform well. But I just want to talk about this particular team, Magnus. They just played only 3 matches. So when they are going to play those other 5 matches, it's kind of difficult for them, because if you missed out those 2 matches, you know what? Those 2 matches are literally important. But what happened? Like, it might possible that you can secure a chicken dinner in those 2 particular matches, but that is for the day. Group B played their 5 matches. They just completed their half of the journey, and we're gonna take an exit from this stream. We're gonna meet you tomorrow. Till then, signing off. My name is Phoenix Shivans. Alongside me, it's Ankit Sharma. Take care, stay sanitized, and stay safe.
Are you keeping it